Downtime. Make 2024 the year you reclaim your mobility. Do like many people in Central Arkansas have done. Call QC Kinetics now for that free consultation. 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. Once again, the consultation's free at QC Kinetics.
Take your yard up to the next level with the Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Josh Dickinson is a former PGA Tour caddy, and his landscape designs are inspired by some of the most beautiful golf courses around the world. Call Josh at 501-794-2770 for all of your landscaping needs. Flower beds a mess? Josh's crew can give your home the curb appeal you've always wanted. The Caddy's Touch Landscaping also installs French drains, retaining walls, and they'll even take care of your irrigation maintenance needs. A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Call today, 501-794-2770.
What do Little Rock Baseball and Buzz legend Randy Rainwater have in common? Randy's a Little Rock Baseball alum, and he'll be the special guest at their first pitch banquet presented by Thompson Electric. First pitch banquet will be Friday, February 2nd at 6 o'clock at the Jack Stevens Center. Single tickets are $50, and corporate tables are available for $600. The banquet will include a barbecue meal, a silent auction, and an opportunity to hear from the team and RR himself. Call 501-916-6858. You want to hit? Don't miss the opportunity to get the baseball season started with UA Little Rock Baseball and our own Randy Rainwater.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots.
Cheering his brother's team on here. 2nd and 8 from the 9. Jackson to Flowers. He dives. The ball came out. It's recovered by Kansas City. Did the ball come out before he broke the plane? I think you're right. They're calling it a touchback and recovery on the field. He gets the protection. He goes long and on his back to ice it is Marquez Valdez-Scantling for the 2nd straight week. He catches a long ball. He had 2 of them against the Bills.
What does it mean to be in yet another Super Bowl? I assume you never get tired of this.
No, you don't take it for granted either. You never know how many you're going to get to, if you're going to get to any. And so it truly is special. Just to do it with these guys after what we've been through all season long, guys coming together, it really is special. But I told them, I mean, the job's not done. I mean, our job now is to prepare ourselves to play a good football team in the Super Bowl and try to get that ring.
All right, welcome in on a terrific Monday, and the Super Bowl matchup is set, just like we all expected. Niners, Chiefs? All right, well, listen, thanks for being with us today. Justin Acri, the Wizard, and our brand new addition, DJ Williams, joining us for day number 1. And, buddy, what a day to start. Holy cow, you get the Super Bowl matchup. You get the AFC NFC championship games to break down.
Yep.
Got a wild weekend in the Razorback basketball realm.
Oh, yeah.
Baseball's underway.
A lot going on. A good day to start. Made it easy for me because we got plenty to talk about. But it was fun this weekend, and I'm not going to lie, I wake up early in the mornings for the morning show. Halftime, I stopped watching that Lions 49ers game. And so, but even kind of digging into that, still got some opinions about that. But what a fun weekend in sports.
It was.
Yeah.
Was indeed. We are going to ask a question today, I think, related. It was a good idea on your part. Did the best two teams make it to the Super Bowl? And you said, I don't think they did.
I don't think so.
So, honestly, I could say you could argue either side. Which you talking about AFC or NFC or both?
I would say AFC for sure. Just looking at that game, you obviously see Ravens just really beating themselves. I mean, so many poor plays, poor blocking by the running back, decision-making by Lamar Jackson. And for a while there, I was just trying to figure out what was going on. Was the moment just too big for him? And just some decision-making on the defensive side, offensive side. But then they came out at halftime, made the adjustments, and I think that says a lot. Something to pay attention to when it comes to the Super Bowl. That's where real teams really show their talent, Justin, is can they make the adjustments and come out and execute. Second half, Kansas City, no points on the board at all. Now, that's going to be a huge tell to figure out what that defensive coordinator saw on that side of the ball to kind of slow them down. But just missed opportunity after opportunity for the Ravens. It was sad to watch.
There's no doubt. And, I mean, look, I like Lamar. I think a lot of people were rooting for him. That was the rooting interest. I wanted to see Purdy play well just because of the Iowa State connection for me and because everybody was hating on him last week, and he looks like he's 12 years old. So I wanted to see him kind of break through. Plus, he's a second-year guy. It's a good story. I mean, I really didn't have a problem with the Lions getting there either. I really thought I thought San Francisco would put their foot on the gas and find a way to dominate. I thought the defensive line, especially because I was concerned about Ragnow's health, and I thought that maybe the defensive line would have a little more success. They got to him a couple of times. Both had a couple of sacks, but generally they held up pretty well. They ran the ball pretty well, too. And on the flip side, I mean, what's confounding to me is why they decided to lean on the passing game so much. I don't get it. When you know Lamar is, look, you can say he's a better passer than most people think, but he's still not an elite passer. He's an elite quarterback. I don't think he's an elite passer. They ran the ball to their running backs like 5 times. I have no idea what they were thinking.
And they were running the ball fairly well as well. So that was surprising. They had good push off the line of scrimmage, and especially after one of KC's D linemen went out for the game. I mean, it's just a huge you look at the time of possession. I think Kansas City had around 37 minutes compared to Baltimore's 20-something. I mean, it was just those long drives. I believe one of them was the longest in Kansas City's playoffs history. So, just poor clock management, in my opinion, and it was just very fascinating to watch that game unfold. Now, all that being said, let's not take away from Patrick Mahomes. The guy's he's a dude. He's a dude for sure. And what did he start off 7 for 7? And the first miss that he had, it was just a clear drop. And so he did his part in the first half. Travis Kelce breaking records, one that we never thought would be broken. And so, I mean, they played lights out, and it's going to be fun seeing those two once again connect. But I think that's kind of where experience and being there before really showed up. Poise in the game. And you talk about how the Ravens really just shot themselves in the foot. These stupid penalties. I mean, these unnecessary roughness. And Travis Kelce does a great job pushing you to that limit, and he knows it's always the second guy. So I think it was right before half when KC was able to get a field goal on the board. I mean, they should have not even been close to the field goal mark. So just an incredible job by Kansas City, and I think experience helped them win that game. Baltimore's watching tape today. Pissed off for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and then you go back to the Flowers thing, and Flowers makes a boneheaded play, a personal foul. Then he makes up for it with a great catch. And then, of course, fumbles going into the end zone. And, you just cannot turn the ball over against a team that good. I mean, you get 3 turnovers, you're going to lose the game typically against a team like Kansas City. They certainly, if they play a clean game, it's a different story. And on the flip side, we're going to talk a lot about the decision-making by the Lions. I thought their game plan was pretty good. I thought they maybe could have fed Montgomery a few more times. Their run game's phenomenal, we all know, and Gibbs is a great running back too. Goff's a bit of a statue, but he was effective. You can't put it on him. But I don't understand the decision-making other than the fact that this is what they do. They roll the dice. They go for it on 4th down. But let's be real. I mean, if you kick those field goals, you have a different outcome probably.
We know what they like to do. I mean, I think that was showcased against Dallas when they had, the wild penalties called, ineligible man downfield, offensive lineman not reporting. And I think after 2 times of not getting it, I'm sure y'all talked about this, he continued to go for 2. We're just like, all right, look, we're playing with house money now. Let's just kick this field goal and go on. I would say out of those fourth down calls, I would agree with them, with where you were. You're kind of in that long field goal, 4-down territory. We know it's a championship game. You're going to need to score to win. Defense is playing decent. And the first 4th and 2, I believe, it was a great play call. It was just a drop pass. Now, the second one, not so much, but that's 50-50 there, and that changes the complete game. So I'm not mad about those fourth down calls. It was just a couple mental mistakes from them as well. I mean, when you have these turnovers in just crucial areas of the field, it's hard to bounce back from. And very surprised, too, about some of those plays. I mean, I think the biggest part was Brock getting out of the pocket and extending those third downs and getting first downs. Like, is that a thing that's been going on all year? I mean, Patrick Mahomes kind of did the same thing, too, of getting first down with his legs. So I guess they really weren't prepping for that as much, and that really did change the game. So I will say no one can now deny that guy named Brock is the real deal. I mean, he did his thing. He did exactly what he needed to do and more to get his team over the hump.
There's no doubt. And, again, we all know they've got great weapons. With McCaffrey, he's got probably the best tight end, if not one of the top couple tight ends, in Kittle. Deebo Samuel playing, I think, certainly added an element. They didn't throw it to him a bunch, but they were able to run some sweeps to him, and he was able to get some yards. And my buddy's like, he looks fine to me.
Yeah.
I said, well, his legs are fine. He's got a bad shoulder. They can hand it off to him, though.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of elements working in their favor. And Ayuk obviously made the play of the day with the carom that got him down close to the end zone.
Oh, yeah. You can't forget about my guy, Trent Williams, as well. That guy's built different. I've never seen anything like that guy. It's so fun watching him play. So when you talk about that run game for San Francisco, people forget about the offensive lineman. That guy right there is he's probably one of the best to ever do it. And I know that's a bold statement, but he's fun to watch. So that team as a whole, I think just offensively, defensively, nobody was surprised that they won this game. They were surprised at halftime, but even watching tape, Justin, there were just a couple small things here or there that made that score seem a lot worse than what it was. I knew it was going to be in a spot where, it's going to be tough for them. I got to go to bed early. They may give it a run. So when I woke up, I wasn't necessarily so surprised. They're just a good football team. Now, they do have to brush up getting ready for Patrick Mahomes, because it seemed like Jared Goff did a great with that mid-range game, and that's Patrick Mahomes. That's his happy place, especially with Travis Kelce. And a lot of people just ask, why does Travis Kelce get so many receptions? It makes no sense. Guard the guy. He's the best tight end in all of football. Why is he so open? He's just a willing blocker. A lot of guys can't do that. So when he's on the field, you can't put in those personnels to just worry about Travis Kelce, but then you're a man down in the run game. And so he did a phenomenal job going through the hole, blocking defensive linemen. When you have a guy who's willing to do that, Kettle's the same way. It's very hard to just scheme against these guys. That's why they're in so many man-to-man, one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, you could be licking your chops. I mean, this game was featuring tight ends on both sides. I mean, Laporta for Detroit. I mean, you got a lot of good tight ends in this game, these two games.
If I was like 4 more inches taller, man, I swear, man, that'd be great, man. It's fun. It's fun watching the development of that position. Big fan of it.
Yeah, no doubt. Here is Dan Campbell on the decision to go for it on fourth down. And I will say my money was upset at the end. I have not made a wager in a while, and I was like, you know what, I feel good about the Niners. And then the game started, I was like, oh, Lord. And I felt good about the under, and I was like, oh, Lord, there ain't no chance for the Niners to get back and win this thing and get the under, too. So I bet them separately, but they still had a chance to win the game. They're up 10, and they get a fourth down play, and the dude catches it on the end line, catches the back half of the ball. It was well defended. If the defender gets there like one step quicker, he knocks it away. I was like, man, it's just that kind of day. But I was happy for the Niners. I'm happy that Brock Purdy acquitted himself, and I would have been happy either way. Again, I got rooting interests. You got obviously the 2 former Razorbacks on Detroit, and I've got a former Cyclone over there too. So I was kind of going to be happy either way out of the NFC.
We got one for 49ers, so don't forget about Dre.
No doubt.
Over there. Yeah. We got.
How could you forget
everywhere.
about Dre?
Brandon Allen, he's over there. How about that guy? Is he cashing in checks or what?
No doubt.
He's been playing for how long now?
Forever.
God, the best position on a football team.
How about Greenlaw coming back, too, from what looked like a pretty significant injury? He smashed the dude with his shoulder, goes out for a little while, comes back in, though. I was like, that is amazing.
There's no doubt in my mind, as soon as that hit happened, he had no idea where he was. So it happens all the time. Probably not best for longevity in the future, but that guy's a missile, a torpedo runner out there, big-time hit. That was cool to watch.
Yeah, well, I'm rooting for him, too, for sure. So real quick, here's Campbell on the decision to go for fourth down. And, again, when you do it all year, it's a little easier to justify. ESPN Analytics has some thoughts on it, too. We'll share that in a sec.
I just felt really good about us converting and getting our momentum and not letting them play long ball. You know, they were bleeding the clock out. That's what they do. And I wanted to get the upper hand back, you know, and it's easy hindsight, and I get it, you know. I get that. But I don't regret those decisions, and that's hard. You know, it's hard because, you know, we didn't come through. It wasn't able to work out, but I don't. And I understand the scrutiny I'll get. That's part of the gig, man. But, you know, we just didn't work out.
I know some people get frustrated with analytics. ESPN says 4th and 2 from the 28, 90.5% go, 90.3% field goal, so still slightly advantageous to go for it. And the same for the 4th and 3 from the 30, 39.1% go, 38.8% field goal. So they're justifiable, and it's also their calling card. So, again, you wrote it all year, and we talked about this before. Like, just because the play doesn't work out doesn't mean it wasn't a good play call. We've argued about this over the years with some of the stuff that's happened. You think about the not the last play caller, but the play caller before for Arkansas with Briles. It's like, oh my, what are you're running a, no offense, a tight end sneak?
Yeah.
Really? We've never seen this before.
Yeah.
But if it worked, nobody's going to say a word about it.
No.
Wow, that guy's creative. Who would ever thought to do that?
No. If I was in the huddle and I got that call as a tight end, I'd be like, what are we doing? You know, come on. What's happening here? No, like I said, I like the calls where they were. Now, obviously, you got to look at the other aspects of the game. What's your defense looking like? Are they on fire on offense? Can we afford? Is this good field position if we don't get it? We're in 4-down territory. So they knew they were going to go for it on 4th as soon as that first down happened in that zone. So that's how they have those play calls. There's only one questionable 4th down call was that Ravens-Chiefs game. I think it was really early in that game. The Ravens went for it 4th and 1, like on their own 30, and
they got like 12. So.
I think it was a not direct snap. It was to Lamar Jackson quarterback sneak, and so those are the ones that if they don't work, you're just like, what are you thinking?
Yeah,
and
that was odd.
Yeah, that was odd, and it was so early in the game for that to happen too. But so Dan Hampton, I'm not mad about the decisions that he made. Now, hindsight, yes, field goal would be nice. Would it change the outcome of the game? Absolutely. You just don't know. But if he gets it, then everybody loves it.
And sometimes you got to get lucky. I mean, that's part of the deal too. Not only on a play like that, but I was just looking at the highlights here. They're playing on SportsCenter, and I mean, Purdy could have easily thrown a couple of picks, a couple more. I mean, he had the one that bounced off the defender that ended up in Ayuk's hands.
Oh yeah,
and he had another one that I think was close, and then he threw the pick, obviously, that put them in a bad way. So. I mean, the games could have gone differently without a doubt. Again, but that's what happens, right?
That's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. And those plays that just make. I mean, Lamar Jackson throwing a pass to himself, what should have been an interception, and there's so many things that happened in the game that you just can't account for. So the things you can are the things you kind of need to worry about. And so, like I said, I think his decision once again. I don't think it hurt his team at all.
Right.
It is what it is. You can live with that one.
Right.
Not like the ones like you said with old Briles and what was that? Texas A&M. We went for it on 4th down, and it was just everyone walked off the sideline like, what are we doing? And so that wasn't the case with him at all. And I like his soundbite after the game. I don't know if we have it, but he said, I talked to these guys. Coaches are like, we'll be back next year. We're going to be strong. He told his guys, that may have been our only chance right there, boys.
Yeah, I saw that clip.
I was like, he's just keeping it real. So, I mean, he is who he is. You love his approach on the game, at least I do. And he got a lot of heat when he first came over, thinking we got this brute in who doesn't know anything. But he's built a culture there in Detroit that they haven't been familiar with in a very long time. So I'm excited to see them moving forward.
Well, the Bears are going through a transition. We all know that the Green Bay Packers appear to be on the rise. Your former team, DJ.
Yep.
And then the Vikings, I don't know what their future holds, but I mean that division is not going to be easier next year for the Lions. But they certainly rose up, and honestly, it was a pretty competitive division all in all, even though, I mean, people sort of feel a certain way about the Bears.
Yeah.
They were not an easy out every week. I mean, the Vikings, obviously, when you lose your starting quarterback, things become very, very difficult.
Yep.
But their future is going to be – I mean, I don't know why, and I don't know how many guys are back, but if you can recreate this roster – and I don't know if you can add a piece or at least hold on to the majority of them, you ought to be in pretty good shape next year.
Yeah, money is going to be a big thing. You got some guys who balled out this year who are going to want some money, and as you can see, that changes teams. It changes a lot when you can't afford everybody. But I think he is going to be a coach that a lot of people want to play for, and they want to come here and stick around. Some other veterans in the league be like, I like the way he does his thing. I mean, it'll be in a somewhat attractive place to be. Detroit, I wouldn't say pops off the radar of like, yeah, let's go to Detroit for a lot of free agents and stuff like that. But just playing for him, I think he has that player's coach. He found that space of being a player's coach and also keeping it real and 100% with these guys. And he just created an environment where, like, if you're soft, you will not play here. And I love it. I love it.
It's funny you said that because I was thinking about that last night. I was like, San Francisco ain't really a place you want to go anymore either right now, the way that city has fallen off over the last 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
You got something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say Golf is going to get a contract extension this offseason. It's like, how much money are you giving Golf, and how much is that going to hurt the rest of your roster?
Mm-hmm.
And also, they're going to lose their OC, Ben Johnson, to Washington, most likely.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That makes a huge difference.
When you see how well they've played together, and who do you bring in? Somebody within the system, somebody Golf's comfortable with. I mean, it does change a lot. So that'll be a huge hire. Pay Golf, he deserved it. Shout out to him. But yeah, that'll be a really big hire. So they got to be very detailed in who they get.
We got to get into some Razorback hoops. We'll do that in just a bit here after we talk to Clint Stoerner at the bottom of the hour. So if you want to welcome DJ or you got something you want to offer up, 661-1037, hit us up on our live fan feedback. It's brought to you by the Gangster Museum of America down in Hot Springs, or our text line, which is brought to you by Southern Structural Solutions. Rebecca, the only thing I am not happy about with the changes in the lineup is that Wes wasn't here to face the music with us, because last week it was Buffalo, didn't have any defensive players healthy. I don't know what the excuse will be this week, but the Chiefs ride on into the Super Bowl, and I'm going to have a discussion with DJ here a little bit later about Patrick Mahomes' place in history, because I think there's a really interesting analogy in the world of sports that I'm going to bring up to him later. But congrats, and you got a couple more weeks to anticipate.
Thank you, and don't worry, I'll be calling at 1 o'clock.
Yes, I can't wait. Get him!
I will be calling, as will my brother, because my brother heard some of the stuff that was said last week, and he said, I don't like the way that I'm calling. But anyway, welcome, DJ. I'm happy.
Oh.
God, how about them Chiefs? How about them? Yes, they sucked offensively, they sucked. But you know what? Like I said last week, defense wins championships, and I'm cool with that. And this is a repeat of Super Bowl 54, and maybe we don't have the same offense we did, but guess what? We got a hell of a defense, and it's better than it was then. They're still doubting us. I love it. I love that we're underdogs, because when we're underdogs, they play better. They play better. That's bulletin board material for my team, and I am loving every minute of it, and I am embracing the hate for my team. I am embracing the hate for my team, because everybody hates my team now. I now know how Patriots fans.
I think a lot of people like your team, actually, Rebecca, but everybody wants to see something different.
Yeah.
Now, the Niners aren't exactly the woe is me organization, though, right?
No.
They've been there recently.
No, they're not, and fans are saying, well, we were under. No, you weren't. Y'all have been expected to be here since the beginning, since the middle of the season. And everybody that I listened to yesterday morning, they had already crowned the Ravens AFC champs as well as Super Bowl champs. And it's like, I didn't get to see the game, unfortunately. I had to work, but I got highlights from my husband. And he said that it was evident that our team had more respect for that defense than their team had for us. And that's fine. I'm glad. I am so glad that they did that. And like I said, I love that we're the underdog, because our team just performs better.
I'll make a wild prediction.
Oh.
This will go off as a pick'em.
Okay.
They went from 1.5 to 1 already, and I think, again, you look at the way Kansas City's done it, their resume, and the biggest thing to me is, again, no objection at all to the way Campbell does things, but you can't tell me that him and Shanahan are on the same level right now. Shanahan's been there, done that. I think the guy's a borderline genius, and we all know Andy Reid is too, and I thought Andy Reid had some advantages too. And again, Harbaugh's a great coach. He's won a Super Bowl before. But I still was going to follow and ride those coaches. That was part of the reason I liked those teams this weekend. And I told Wes on Friday, and I'm not going to pat myself on the back, I said I think it's a fool's errand to try to pick between these two MVP guys and these number 1 and number 2 defenses. Anything could happen. So making predictions in that game to me is silly. And to DJ's point too, it could have easily gone the other way if they took care of the football, but they didn't. And so kudos to the Chiefs. But I think I love the two coaching matchups coming up, too. I think you got two of the best that have done it in the last 10 or 20 years. And obviously Reed's been there. Shanahan's been there. I think it's going to be phenomenal. Excited about it. But I predict it'll go off as a pick, Rebecca. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. Like I said, I'm just happy. Obviously, I'm happy. And I'll call again Wednesday when Coach Kelly's there because I believe Coach Kelly was backing up West, too. So That's all good.
All right.
It's all good.
Rebecca keeps receipts,
Have a good day.
y'all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. It's 10:29. DJ Williams in the zone with the Wizard, Justin Acri. Great to be with you on a Monday. We're back with Clint Stoerner on the other side.
103.7 The Buzz is your home for Arkansas Razorback basketball. Coverage is brought to you by Crain Hyundai of Conway, Blackman Auctions, Bell Chevrolet, and Arkansas Scholarship Lottery.
This is SportsCenter.
Just one more game to go in the NFL season. The Super Bowl is now set after yesterday's AFC and NFC championship games. First, it was the Kansas City Chiefs taking down the number 1 seed Baltimore Ravens 17-10 yesterday in Baltimore, Maryland. Patrick Mahomes and company scored all 17 of their points in the first half. They were aided by a dominant defensive effort that helped them once again get that 17-10 victory. And then in the NFC championship game, it was the number 1 seed San Francisco 49ers erasing a 17-point deficit in the third quarter to get a comeback victory 34-31 over the Detroit Lions. That means your Super Bowl this season is a rematch of Super Bowl 54. It'll be the 49ers and the Chiefs in Las Vegas in 2 weeks. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
I'm Hunter Bell at Bell Chevrolet. We know the best part of being in Arkansas is the people. That's why we believe you're not just customers. You're our friends and family. We're determined to go above and beyond to help make things a little easier. And we put in the hours every day so we can take care of our families and you can take care of yours.
We are here for you, Arkansas. Come help us make it even better at Bale. Shop Bale Chevrolet and BaleChevrolet.com today. Find new roads.
Guys, it's a new year, baby. It's 2024. Low T Center can make it a great one. If you've been feeling tired and grumpy, you've noticed a lack of motivation and drive, you may have low T. Low testosterone levels can cause weight gain, loss of muscle mass, and so much more. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels tested. They make it quick. They make it easy to get all your levels checked, and it's only $25. And with their on-site lab, you'll get results back in about 25 minutes. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Need a new set of tires? Or maybe your car is making a noise that is waking the dead. Payday is still 2 weeks away, or maybe you're waiting on your tax refund. We've all been there. Your local, family-owned Big O Tires in Conway and Cabot understands. That's why we offer several finance programs. Maybe your credit's not as spotless as you'd like it to be. Our understanding staff can help. All this and huge savings too. Tires, service, and straight talk. Big O Tires.
Hey Razorback fans, it's Quinn Grovey. Check out the new location of Bell & Sword in Conway. Suits, shirts, vests, also polos with Arkansas logo gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. A store within a store with Arkansas-made Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. Fantastic service with a tailor-owned staff to fit you perfectly. Go to the new location, Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street, Conway, or on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to The Zone. Justin Acri and Christian Weaver talk about sports because they can't play them. DJ Williams can play them and talk about them.
Play fake, Mallet rolling to his right, has DJ Williams at the 5, fighting for the goal line. Did he get in? Touchdown, Arkansas! DJ Williams.
Now, let's get into The Zone.
Say go DJ, that's my DJ. Say go DJ, cause that's my DJ. Say go DJ, cause that's my DJ. So go DJ, cause that's my 101. The hottest under the sun. I come from under the Tommy, bustin' the Tommy. You come from under your garments, your chest and your arm hit. Pow, one to the head. Now you know he did. Now you know I played like a pro in the game. Now better yet, a veteran.
Gardner Johnson in for Joseph, who leaves. Here's Purdy with a lot of time. Steps into one. Launching deep, going for Brandon Ayuk. It is. Oh, he caught it off the ricochet. Penalty. Is he in? He's down to the 5. We'll see what the penalty is.
I'll tell you what,
This is the best play they've made all day, and man, Kendall Vindor, he had one. It hit him right in the face mask. And then, man, give credit there to Brandon Ayuk just staying with the play and catching it off the deflection.
There is no foul in the play. Catch was made, and the runner is down with the contact at the 4.5-yard line. First down, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell in for the first time tonight. Guess what? He's going to get it. Mitchell surging forward. Touchdown! And there it is. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no one was rah-rah. No one was freaking out. It was just, it's football. I feel like there's a lot of experienced guys on this team, veterans that have, been in crazy situations. And so everyone was like, all right, we just got to do our job straight up. Like, the offense has to move the ball. We got to put up points, convert on third downs, defense, get some stops for us. And that was really about it. There wasn't really much said. Kyle said a couple things. Fred said a couple things, but we kept it simple. And so went out. We all knew what we had to do. Season's on the line. We're down 17. So I think everybody stepped up, and we played really good complementary team football from there.
That's Brock Purdy, if you didn't recognize that young man's voice. Second-year QB for the Niners, and now taking him to the Super Bowl. And hopefully he can perform well enough to give them a chance to win. I think we all will root for a good game. That's all I was really looking for yesterday. We are trying to line up Clint Stoerner. I'm going to have him call the hotline, Christian. DJ Williams on day number 1 here.
Day number 1.
You survived the first 30 minutes.
Came up with my backpack on. It's like first day of school. I've only seen one thing since I've been in this building 30 minutes that I may contribute to the bus.
Okay.
I may get us an espresso machine. We're lacking the – I need my coffee.
I got you. You don't like our generic just –
we could do
coffee
better.
pods?
Yeah, we could do better.
I like it.
Yeah?
You're like...
you like espressos? You like making those things?
I like all of it, yeah.
I got you covered. We'll get one in here. All right? Look at that. Yeah,
fancy pants.
Come bearing gifts.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll try my
more than
best.
Wes did in 5 years.
He brought creamer one time. Thank you very much. All right, Clint Stoerner standing by on the Brandon Moving and Storage Hotline.
Stoerner, play action, looking, pumps, throws down the middle. Touchdown, Arkansas! Oh, my!
Clint Stoerner is brought to you by Crain Hyundai of Conway.
Stoerner throws, caught. Emmanuel Smith breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Visit them in Conway today or check out ChrisCrainHyundai.com.
Play fake. Stoerner steps out of trouble. Wow. To a wide open receiver. It's Cobb towards the end zone. Touchdown!
The QB, the tight end, a couple of jamokes. What do you say there, Clint? How are you?
Man, I'm doing good. How you guys doing, man? DJ, good to hear your voice, man. Good to hear your voice on the airwaves.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. I'm excited. What do we do this every Monday with Clint? Is this every Monday?
Every
thing?
Monday and Friday. You get
oh
Clint
man,
twice
2
a week.
days? Oh, I love it, man.
I know we're not worthy.
Yeah. What's up, Clint?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. It was, look, it's hard to not, especially in this business, it's hard to not have a good Monday after you watch the conference championship game. It's one of my favorite days of the season, man, of the NFL season, that's for sure. So, and we got a couple of good ones, man. So I'm locked and loaded, ready to go on this Monday, no doubt.
Yeah, it was wild for sure. The comeback from the Niners and Kansas City sort of doing their business early, as DJ pointed out, and really setting the tone and then able to hold on and win it. And, our question of the day today is, did the two best teams win in these matchups? Certainly sloppy performance from the Ravens. We've seen people, and we are also questioning the game plan with the run game. They didn't lean on it at all, really. And then, on the other side, the fourth down calls from the Lions, even though that's what they do, certainly coming into question as well. What'd you think of the performance by the Ravens specifically, and then also the Lions' decisions on fourth?
Well, look, I tell you, I like in this new age of quarterback play, which I say new, hell, it's been going on for 10 or 15 years. But, in the new age, I used to say all the time, and DJ, you'll appreciate this one, if I were a coach, and when I was playing the same way, I just didn't know no better back then, but if I were a coach and I would lose a game, and I would go back and watch the film, and I could have thrown the quick game. I could have thrown some quick play-action game. I could have done the simple things and won a ball game, but yet I tried to do too much. I tried to stretch the field vertically. I got cute with my play calling, right? That would be the sickest I could possibly be. I would feel like I let my team down. In this day and age, now I lean into, if you've got a Lamar Jackson and you lose a football game, and he had, what I'm seeing is 2 or 3 designed runs in that game, I would be absolutely sick and feel like I let my team down. I feel like Todd Monken did an absolute terrible job in terms of using arguably the most electric weapon in all of football, Lamar Jackson's legs, to go into a game, win, lose, or draw, in my opinion, but damn sure to lose one, and Lamar Jackson have 2 or 3 designed runs within that game. I would be sick to my stomach, and I am for them.
What about the Lions' decision-making? It's something they've done all year, certainly defensible from Campbell because it's part of the reason they're in the position they're in, and yet you go back and if, hindsight's 20/20, of course, if you kick the field goals, you maybe have a different outcome.
Well, look, I mean, I hear the conversation. That's how they got there. You got to be who you are. You can't change your stripes when it matters the most, kind of deal. And I totally agree with that mindset. But just as it pertains to analytics, I'm just not a believer in, if the book says go for it, go for it. You've got, and I don't know if that's what they do. I know that they seem to be a lot more aggressive, and I got to believe that they're leaning into the analytics of it to come to that decision. I just believe that, matchups matter, momentum matters. Of course, if you've got a 2-score lead and you can kick the field goal and stay up 3 scores, that stuff matters. So I completely respect and understand the you live by the sword, die by the sword, don't change when you get there kind of mindset. But, boy, I would personally have, and I do have a hard time with Dan's decision, given that they were up 2 scores at the time. That's the big part to me, boy, the momentum. At that point, you just want to keep San Francisco from getting the momentum. So don't do anything that's going to give them extra momentum.
Right.
And you want to keep that 2 or 3, possibly 4-score lead. And it just, for me, it was hard to stomach.
Interestingly, too, and we haven't talked about this, they decided to kick the field goal at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if they would have got a touchdown there, I mean, what a dagger that would have been.
Yeah, changes everything.
And that was from inside the 5, right? I mean, that was, they had the ball inside the 5 or inside the 7 at that point in time.
Yeah.
I mean, in the Kansas City game, the same thing happened, and no one's paying attention to it. But Andy Reid, I think it was after the sack fumble with Lamar Jackson, Kansas City got it with a very short field, ended up going for it on 4th and goal, and got stopped, instead of kicking a field goal, which would have probably helped them in the long run too. But you talk about those decisions, Clint. I mean, just you're when it's 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, and they drop back and take a shot downfield, and then end up going on 4th and throw it back to back. I mean, what is the deal with the coordinator when you have a guy like Lamar? Like, there has to be some method to that madness, or you just think it's just the worst play calling you've seen.
Well, DJ, you know as well. I think we dealt. I think we watched some of this at Arkansas this year. If I'm being completely honest with you, in terms of. I think there's a mindset coming in. I think Lamar, before the season starts, when they're making the decision of who they're going to hire, what kind of coordinator do you want to hire? We want to hire this guy that is all things to everybody, doesn't really have an identity, but can really, really do it all and kind of build around Lamar. And, okay, Lamar, I think Lamar hears the critics, and I think Lamar, wants to win from the pocket and do those things and which I don't disagree with, by the way, DJ. I don't think it's like I think you should. The approach should be, let's develop your pass game while also leaning into that most explosive, dynamic weapon in all of football, because that's a real advantage, right?
Yep.
And so I think it's just a year-long mindset they've had is hey, this season we're gonna attempt to win more from the pocket and depend less on Lamar's legs and protect him and all this kind of job. And in reality, when they got there, that's been their mindset all year long. And then you look up and it's too late. The reality is DJ, with these quarterbacks, in my opinion, when you've got from the Dak Prescott's down, right, or let's say up. I'm talking about athletic ability. From Dak's athletic ability up. If you've got an athletic quarterback, in today's game, you got to be willing to take the risk.
Yep.
You got to say, we're gonna invest in this guy, we're gonna invest in his leg, and we're gonna run them legs until them suckers fall off. And if he gets hurt in the process, so be it.
Yep.
But that's the guy we got.
Clint, people were bashing Josh Allen last week after their game, and most of us thought he played pretty well. But again, until you get over the hump against Mahomes, that's going to be part of your legacy. You know, you look at Lamar's passing numbers. He threw for almost 300 yards because they had to get after it late. But he does throw a pick in the end zone. He got screwed on Flowers going into the end zone. That wasn't Lamar's fault. But he also fumbled one earlier in the game, too. So how much of this is on the play caller, and how much do you think it's going to stick with him from a legacy standpoint?
Well, and unfortunately, it's going to stick with. I think a ton of it's on the play caller. Not whether they won or lost. I think just the awful offensive performance. Because I think if he goes out there and they do it differently, and his legs are a big factor and they're scoring points, I think Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, they shift gears too and they score points. You know, I think it's
probably true.
That kind of dictated how the whole game came out. But unfortunately, that's going to be his legacy. It's the same thing with Josh Allen, Justin. We talked about it last week, right? You sit there and everybody wants to pick apart Josh Allen's game, and now they want to pick apart Lamar's game. And in reality, the truth of the matter is, if Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid didn't exist, both of those guys would have a Super Bowl.
Yep.
I mean, at least played in one.
Right.
Right. I mean, so sometimes you got to sit back and go, hey, man, there's a lot of guys at quarterback in the AFC when Tom Brady and the Patriots were rolling that just couldn't get over the hump of beating the Patriots. And right now, in the AFC, if you're quarterbacking and you're playing in the era of Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid, you're going to get cut short, and it's not because you ain't worth a damn. It's not because you ain't very good or you can't. No, it's because you're up against arguably the best to ever do it. That's just the reality of the AFC right now in the NFL.
That's a great point. That was the point I was going to make earlier, DJ. So I saw some discussion on ESPN today. I was like, So to me, the Mahomes-Brady conversation needs to start being had, especially if they happen to win the Super Bowl this year. And to me, it's similar to Tiger and Nicklaus. Nicklaus has the numbers. Wes and I have had this argument over the years. But if you can't look at the way Tiger plays the game and go, that's different, I've never seen anybody do it like that, and think that's the best of all time, then I'm sorry, we'll have to disagree. The conversation's now got to be had about Mahomes. The way he plays the game, not just the winning, all of it. And again, you're also working with an offensive guru. You know, obviously Brady worked with a number of different offensive coordinators over the years. They want to knock Purdy because he's with Shanahan. So we're going to take anything off of Mahomes' credit? I don't know. But you look at the playoff record, Brady was 35-13, 7-4 in road playoff games. That was a big knock on Patrick, right?
Yeah.
Now he's 2-0 in road playoff games. He's 14-3 in the playoffs. Do we need to start having that conversation like maybe this dude is the greatest ever? Because none of us have ever seen a quarterback in the NFL play like that.
I think it's fair when you look physically what he can do and match that with he's obviously more mobile than Tom. But I think, you could have that same conversation, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. Huge difference in those guys simply because of Tom Brady, very coachable player. Aaron Rodgers, not so much. He's talented and he knows it. And it's very hard to coach guys like that. But you also sometimes let them do their things. And so, but the thing that really set, I would say, Tom Brady apart was his competitive edge, that look that he had in his eye when people were just like, oh, here goes Brady. He's about to turn it on. I think Patrick Mahomes possesses that too. You see him get in that zone. But I would say it's as easy as this. If you're a GM and you were to build a team and you were to start from scratch and you get to pick a quarterback, it's hard not to pick a Mahomes over a Brady because I think he has more tools in his bag of throws that he can make that a lot of other dudes can't make. Plus, he's mobile. But I hate to take anything away from Tom Brady, and that's not what we're doing at all. But I think that's a pretty fair discussion to have with Patrick Mahomes now.
Christian, that's a QOD tomorrow. In his prime, which quarterback you want to start a team with, Mahomes or Brady? I think it's fair to have the conversation. Clint, what do you think?
Man, I would have to go with Mahomes, and I mean, look, I'm a Brady guy. I think this has got the makings of a real Jordan LeBron conversation. It's really hard to come to an answer, but it's a fun conversation to have, right? I think when you look at the only reason Mahomes is even mentioned is because he's 1-2 and been to 4 out of 5, 4 out of the last 5 or something like that. I mean, the track record, the number of appearances are going to. He's got a chance to be in the ballpark with Tom Brady, and that's why I think the conversation is real. It's not just because Pat is the freakiest quarterback we've ever seen play the position, but he has a crazy amount of success, and he somehow sustains it. Right? I mean, that's the Brady's sustaining success and the number of championships is nice and it blows anybody's mind. But to me, when you start looking at how many AFC championships they played in, and you know that's when you just realize how, because DJ, you know, we in the media have this whole conversation about Super Bowls matter, and I'm just not one that really leans into that. Sure, they matter for the guys that win them, but to discredit or minimize a guy that's went to the AFC Championship a million times is crazy as well. Because, you know, when it gets down to the Final Four,
it's hard to get there.
I mean, it's a toss-up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit of luck. It's a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
Its game plan may be right. You know, anyway, it's tough. And so you look at how many times these guys, in Mahomes and Brady, how often they were in the AFC Championship game. To me, that's where you go, okay, Pat's on a real pace to make this happen. I don't know that he's going to win 7, guys. I mean, hell, that's I mean, he's got a long-ass way to go to win 7.
Yeah.
But if you look at it, you go, man, he is winning at a clip that I think Tom Brady's been the only one to sustain it.
Yeah. Yeah, you look at this weekend.
And that's why it's real.
Yeah, we got to hit a break, but you look at this weekend, you change 2 plays in each of these 2 games, you could have 2 different winners.
Absolutely.
So that just goes to show you. Clint, we got plenty more to get to on Friday, so plenty of meat left on the bone, and we'll start talking about the matchup between these two next week when we get you on before the game kicks off. But I appreciate the time. Thanks to Chris Crain Hyundai, and we will check you on Friday.
That's it, man. I appreciate Chris Crain and the crew down at Hyundai, at his Hyundai store for sure, and it's always good to hear my man DJ rapping on the radio, baby. Appreciate it.
My
Y'all
guy.
be good.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're back in a sec. Thanks, Clint.
Team much stronger than yours. Violate me, this a BO day. We don't play, mess around, be DOA. Be on your way.
Hey y'all, this is Brandy
and Leah
from Frontier Diner,
home of real country cooking. We have the best breakfast around.
Check out our Facebook page for our daily lunch specials, such as meatloaf, beef tips, and chicken dressing.
Don't forget our Chase burgers and sweet tea,
sandwiches and salads,
homemade desserts made fresh every day.
Open for breakfast and lunch Monday through Saturday. Come see us at Frontier Diner in Little Rock. Take the baseline exit off of I-30 across the interstate from Home Depot,
where you come as guests and leave as family.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter agent Dan Cook in North Little Rock, Becky Bradley in Sherwood, or Angie Collins in Heber Springs today.
After years of discomfort, it's like I'm alive again.
Sonia Hackett talks about how QC Kinetics changed her life.
QC Kinetics has given me my quality of life back.
Before QC Kinetics, Sonia suffered from horrible knee and back pain stemming from a car accident.
I was wearing knee braces just to try to maneuver around.
Sonia hated the idea of pain meds, and surgery seemed too risky, so she turned to the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics, the leaders in advanced regenerative medicine.
That consultation just changed my life. I can do the treadmill, everything. I don't have anything holding me back. The quality of life is pain-free. QC Kinetics has made us very happy.
Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today.
I'm going to get emotional again. They are like family members to me. They care.
Call QC Kinetics now.
Call QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440.
I'm Rachel Parker Harding for Parker Cadillac. Get ready to arrive in style on game day in a luxurious certified pre-owned Cadillac. Choose from XT5, XT6, Escalade, or sedan models. Parker Cadillac has the largest inventory of certified pre-owned Cadillacs in Arkansas. Plus, all Parker Cadillac certified pre-owned customers receive 2 years, unlimited miles of complimentary oil changes. For more details, visit parker-cadillac.com.
This is Pat Bradley for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union and their New Year's Auto Loan Special. Fantastic news! Due to weather conditions, the New Year's Auto Loan Special has been extended through Valentine's Day. Take advantage of 3.99% interest on 22, 23, or 24 models. No payments for 90 days or up to 84 months financing. Once again, the Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union New Year's Auto Loan Special has been extended through Valentine's Day. Get pre-approved online at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
You're back in the zone. You know, it can get weird on the show from time to time.
Quit waving your meat in my face.
Let's see how weird it gets today.
She's a very kinky girl, the kind who don't take home to mother. She will never let you.
All right, 10:54. A few notes here. We got a text.
Uh-oh.
Text line offer. We got a bunch of texts on the Southern Structural Solutions text line. This comes in from El Guapo, who sent me a literal text on my phone. Does DJ have that new co-host smell? I wish they could make that into a candle. Yeah, so does Gwyneth Paltrow, buddy. But I have not had a chance to go over and sniff him. But I assume you look like you smell pretty good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Do you shower in the morning or at night before you go to bed?
Ooh, depends. I would prefer the morning, but most of the time night.
Yeah, I would too, just with your schedule. It's
Yeah.
so brutal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and what do you do in the morning? You're a caffeine guy. You're a cappuccino guy.
Espresso. I got a little espresso machine. Yeah.
At
froth,
home?
Froth the milk and everything.
Look
It's
at you.
good
Oh,
stuff.
you're like serious.
Oh, I'm in it. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
This comes in from the 501. DJ survived the first call from Rebecca. He'll do all right on the show. That's from Rebecca. So
Yeah.
Rebecca talking about herself in third person.
Oh, yeah.
That's concerning, actually.
Fair enough. It's so cool. We know a few of those.
If you want to get to DJ, you can at 661-1037, but don't try to meet him in the parking lot, please. It's very uncomfortable. If you want an autograph, we can work out another time. We will be on the road quite a bit with him as well, so don't worry. JK says, I hate trying to do this off my phone. I'm going to get you set up on this.
Yeah.
He says, you're so right about Purdy. He looks like a high school student. He sure does. Kind of sounds like one, too.
A baby face.
He does. He's not that old. He's like 24 years old.
Yeah.
He's the third youngest, I think, to go to the Super Bowl.
Did I hear there's current college quarterbacks making more money than him?
I believe that. Making more money. I think Arkansas had one last year.
That's wild,
And
right? Think about that. Jeez.
There are younger quarterbacks playing in college or older quarterbacks playing in college than he is.
Wow.
And he's going to the Super Bowl. Let's see here. Does she really have to call every show, Rebecca? We don't hate her team. We're just sick of listening to you. Can you just limit her to one call a day? Hey, DJ, you have to learn to block her like Justin Moore, RJ, and Wes. Justin enjoys her drama. I like Rebecca.
So I'm assuming Rebecca, she's a daily caller.
She didn't call every day.
I'm going to get to learn.
If you mention the Chiefs, she will call shortly.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Sometimes I make fun of Mahomes because he sounds like Kermit the Frog. She gets mad about that. He's got an annoying wife and a brother who's a sex offender.
Is she a
allegedly.
fan of the whole Taylor Swift movement with Kansas City?
Of
I don't know
course.
if she would because, you know, it's making it seem like that's the only reason this team is popular now is because of Taylor Swift. It kind of takes away from the product on the field. I don't know. Maybe she – I guess we'll ask her.
I don't understand why anybody would hate on that. You know,
Yeah.
I think it was Robert Griffin III. He tweeted out a picture of them like hugging each other after the game. He's like, anybody that like looks at this and wants to hate on it, I do not understand that. I don't either.
Yeah.
Look, it was kind of annoying. First, they score the touchdown. Kelsey gets it, and they immediately cut away to her. How about you finish the play, go to the break, and come back and go, here's Taylor's
Fair
reaction.
enough,
That's
yeah.
fine, but
All
like,
right.
it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
I don't care, and I think it's sweet. I honestly am rooting for them. I think they'd be a cute power couple.
Isn't it
Kinda like
crazy?
you. You're in a power couple relationship.
The idea of somebody actually being happy just drives people crazy sometimes. They don't like it.
I don't
you know?
get it.
Me neither. Oh.
We all have hindsight bias, says Billy. Just because you don't get the outcome you want doesn't mean it wasn't the right decision. If you missed on an extra point, does that mean you should have gone for two? No. That was still the right decision. Second guessing after the fact is way too easy for our brains. Yes, that's what we do. That's what we do. Tony's in Texas. What's up, Tony?
Hey, what's going on, Jay?
How are you, buddy?
DJ, I want to welcome you in.
Appreciate you.
We just need a little advice here.
Yeah.
Justin's going to go Justin.
Okay.
You're just going to have to breathe through it, let him finish,
Okay.
and then just push on. Don't try to fall in because it's just going to suck you in there.
Is that what you do?
And then it's not going to be okay for you.
I can be an a-hole. It's just but I'll be nice to you.
I didn't say that, Justin, but, you know, hey.
DJ and I'll have to build some rapport before I start going at him, and then he can come back at me. It's okay.
Yeah.
As long as he promises not to get violent and hurt me, we'll be good. You know, if
Fair
Wes
enough.
didn't punch me in 5.5 years, I think I'm going to make it.
I don't know how that didn't happen.
I don't either.
But, welcome in, DJ. Glad to hear you. Good job, Justin.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
I've said it before, DJ, and if you've listened to the show with any regularity, you're already aware. I'm an a-hole sometimes, but I am self-aware.
Okay. Where does it come from? Like...
Oh, just deep-seated hurts, shattered lifetime.
Okay.
Yeah, life.
Okay. Fair
Childhood.
enough.
Got a lot of problems. I'm seeing somebody.
Yeah.
I'm working through it.
Yeah, fair
Maybe
enough.
you can help me. You seem like a very grounded
Hey,
guy.
I've seen people too. You know what I mean? It helps. It does help.
It does.
At the heart of historic downtown Russellville, the Old Bank offers an upscale dining experience. With the freshest ingredients and creative touches, their menu has an item for everyone. From their signature lump crab cake to a classic blue cheese poutine, BLT wedge salad to hand-cut prime steaks. They aim to cater everyone. And that's not all. Upstairs at the Old Bank, you can enjoy live entertainment Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday with trivia, comedy shows, karaoke, live music, and more. Old Bank in downtown Russellville.
Guys, it's a new year, baby. It's 2024. Low T Center can make it a great one. If you've been feeling tired and grumpy, you've noticed a lack of motivation and drive, you may have low T. Low testosterone levels can cause weight gain, loss of muscle mass, and so much more. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels tested. They make it quick. They make it easy to get all your levels checked, and it's only $25. And with their on-site lab, you'll get results back in about 25 minutes. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Coach Matt Zimmerman joins Randy and Rick on Drive Time Sports each week to talk all things college hoops, courtesy of the DHR Group of Sonic Drive-Ins.
103.7 The Buzz, your exclusive Razorback headquarters in Central Arkansas. KBZ Little Rock. Buzz News with Channel 7's Ryan Houston.
One man is waking up behind bars this morning for shooting a teen Saturday night on Haliro Springs Road in Little Rock. Police say Juan Ruiz is in custody this morning and is charged with capital murder. They say he shot the teen and left the scene. The boy was sent to the hospital and died last night. A Texas murder suspect was arrested in Arkansas after the victim's truck was found in Johnson County. Jeremy Wayne Gladden was arrested Friday morning for the death of Lawrence Jason Wise. Wise was found dead from a gunshot wound Tuesday in a shed with his truck missing. The police said when trying to question family members, they discovered Gladden had left Texas. Gladden met with an undercover cop Friday, and after a short chase, Gladden was captured. The Johnson County Sheriff's Office says Gladden is being held in prison and awaiting extradition. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Ryan Houston.
Now you can watch all your favorite Buzz shows, streaming live on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter pages. 103.7 The Buzz, your multimedia fun and game station.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
Lots of sunshine, a nice warming trend this week, up to 59 today, mostly sunny. Tonight slowed down to a chilly 38. Big warm up for Tuesday, 67 tomorrow. Not much rain this week. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Quality Outdoor Products in Alexander, your metal roofing superstore, has a brand new showroom. Take exit 126 off I-30 and visit with Cal about a new carport or metal building. 40-year colors are available at only $289 a foot. 20-year colors are $259 and Galvalume runs $249. Trim and accessories are always available. Take exit 126 in Alexander or call Cal at 501-455-0240 about a new carport, metal building, or metal roofing supplies.
This is Pat Bradley for Brewskis. Get your weekend started with Friday extended happy hour drink specials. The downtown location has 2 floors of fun with karaoke in the bar and J.J. Wilson, the DJ, playing an open format DJ set with something for everyone down in the basement. North Little Rock location gets karaoke party going 9 p.m. every Friday. Brewskis, your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. 2 locations, downtown Little Rock and the new location in Lakewood Village, North Little Rock. Find us online, brewskispubandgrub.com.
Cards issued by Sutton Bank and Celtic Bank, members FDIC. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you the decision maker in your company? Do you want more control over your business spending? Meet Ramp, the only corporate card and spend management platform designed to save you time and money. Ramp offers unlimited corporate cards with spend controls you can customize to stop wasteful spending before it happens. Ramp makes expense reports a breeze by automatically collecting receipts and matching them to the right transaction. You'll close your books in hours instead of days. Ramp allows you to see all of your company's spend in one place, so you can make quick, informed decisions about your business finances. Plus, Ramp will share insights based on your spending to help you cut costs. Over 15,000 businesses have added up to 5% to their bottom line with Ramp. You can be one of them. If you're a decision maker, adding Ramp could be one of the best decisions you've ever made. And now get $250 when you join Ramp. Just go to ramp.com/sports. Ramp.com/sports. RAMP.com/sports.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors, rated #1 in durability and owner experience, designed for easy operation, and feature performance-matched attachments. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0 APR for up to 84 months, plus save up to $300 on select equipment. Stop by River Valley Tractor or go to KubotaUSA.com/disclaimers for full disclaimer.
Hello, folks. It's Frank Fletcher from the Fletcher Dodge store here in Sherwood. For the past few months, we've been asking you to give us a chance to buy your cars, and the response has been great. We really appreciate all of you who brought your cars in and turned it into cash. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Folks, we're still buying cars every day. So look around and see what you or your family has in the garage that you want to turn into cash. It's really easy, folks. Just come into Fletcher Dodge and ask for Chris or Andy. We'll buy any vehicle and we'll pay you more than anyone. We can't find enough vehicles at the auto auctions to meet the demand, so we're extending you this offer to the public. We'll pay you more, so don't wait. We've purchased hundreds of cars from fine people just like you. Come see us today for the best cash offer on your car, truck, van, or SUV. Just ask for Chris or Andy. We'll pay you more, so come see us at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood. Thanks.
At Southern Floor Coating, coatings are all they do, and they won't be beat on price. Factory-trained installers using the purest form of polyurea with UV stability for all your outside projects. When you call, you'll talk with a professional interested in your project, not a voicemail. Don't trust a fly-by-night company that may not be in business next year. Transform your patio, porch, or pool deck and call the real pros at Southern Floor Coating. 501-402-4912 or take a look at southernfloorcoating.com.
Hi, I'm Rick Pennington of Lions Drug. We have great news. Generic Cialis is now available at a huge savings. We have Tadalafil, the FDA-approved generic of Cialis, in a 20 milligram tablet at a savings of up to 80%. We have the 5 milligram daily tablets for less than $3 a pill. Lions Drug continues to be your go-to pharmacy for men's health. What are you waiting for? Call us today at 844-676-2247 or go to our website at lionsdrug.com.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Mike. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would've thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verse, this dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard them with that stock.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a nihilist porcupine. He's a bit tight. Women wanna be within rappers, hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime. His is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking asking him, was it given that birth that doesn't stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of vodka with juice. Him and his crew are known around as one of the best. Dedicated to what they do and give 100%.
Forget Mike, nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time because he writes every note, he writes every line, and I've seen him at work when that light goes on in his mind. It's like a design is written in his head every time before he even touches the key or speaks in a rhyme. And those other fellas he runs with, the kids that he signed, ridiculous, without even trying. How did they do it? This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will.
All right, let's go. Hour 2, 11:09. One thing that hasn't changed, we're going to talk a lot in the breaks. And wouldn't you like to know what we're talking about? Yes, you would.
That'd be nice. Can they do that? Are these things live?
The videos are hot, but the audio is not.
Oh, okay, good.
Hell
Good.
no. No.
If you're really good at lip reading.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
You got to be like a coordinator.
Oh, be one of these?
Hold your sheet up. Yep.
That being said, y'all need to go check out our social media. All this is streaming live. It's pretty cool. That's how I watch.
Yeah.
I go online and I watch the show. It's very fun.
YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, we are all there if you want to catch us. A couple of notes on there. Who else is excited for this show? Apparently Renee is. Thanks, Renee. David says, morning, DJ.
Good morning. Who is that, David?
David.
Strong name. Now, you know that's what the D stands for?
I do know that.
Okay, didn't know. A lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the J stand for?
It's Junior. I'm named after my father. A lot of people know he's in prison, but so he's probably not listening, but he gets out in like maybe a year.
Is that right?
26 years. 26 years. I know a lot of people are like, wait, what?
Yeah.
We'll do backstories later.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And Renee also says, go DJ Hey. So Renee's really into this show. Thank you,
First
Renee.
of all, who put together that Go
was
DJ?
me.
So that was you?
Yeah.
He does all that.
You keep doing that. I'll sign a 10-year deal here. You know what I mean? That made me feel special. I felt the love on that one. I appreciate that.
Don't tempt me, buddy.
Oh, it's great.
Early returns are good. All right, we're going to do the Red-White Report, which will break down the weekend. Arkansas competitive on the men's side. Devo left the team. Women rolled in their trip to Columbia, and Sailor Poffenbarger could not miss from outside. So we'll get to all that coming up. But since it is your first day, I think we should probably pop a couple calls in here.
Yeah.
This is a guy that I normally do not take calls from because he drives me nuts. Although I will say I like this guy a lot in person. He just annoys me as a caller. I ran into him at the Big Buck a couple of years ago. By the way, great event this weekend. They had to overcome a little bit of precipitation on Saturday. But, man, great show again, per usual, on Saturday. It was great to be out there. It's nice doing the show out there Friday. But, anyway, Navy Mike is on line one, starting off our second hour. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's up, Justin? And what's up, DJ? Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Guys, as far as the whole Taylor Swift factor, I don't have nothing against that girl. I like Taylor Swift. I actually worked a few of her shows back in the day, back at the arena. But DJ, I will say this: I'm a huge action film guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love them. Like, I literally lived in an action film for 4 years.
I'm a movie guy, so I get it.
So I will say it is kind of annoying when you're sitting there watching a perfectly good action flick, shoot 'em up, bang 'em up, and then a love story breaks out of nowhere for no reason.
Top Gun Maverick.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So if it's unnecessary, then it's just extra. So I guess maybe I feel the same way about my football. I don't really need, it's not really need to have a love story in there. A star-crossed lovers and whatnot. Are they even going to stand the test of time? Her track record says probably not. But, I mean, I don't have nothing against them. I mean, heck.
Mike, here's the one thing I'll say. I think she's held to an unfair standard. She was with a guy for like 6 years a while back, and my thing is you break up with every person you date until you get married.
Yeah.
And sometimes you break up with them. So, I don't think we should hold her to a different standard. How many times has Travis Kelce broken up with people?
I only know one. I don't know. Probably a lot. We
don't hear about it because
we don't hear about
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
The last one said she's done with athletes and she's only dating, quote, powerful men now.
That's what he's not one?
Dudes with money. I think she needs an Elon Musk in her life.
Like, no hate on Taylor. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not hating on her. And look, she's
talk over Navy Mike if you want.
Look, she's only got, like, her options are limited. Like, she can only date below. She can't date under, like, below.
She can't date normal people.
her level or above, and that's all she's got.
There's only like 5 guys in the world that are above.
I didn't even know who her last boyfriend was. Wasn't he some?
He was a.
The last guy was a musician, but they only dated for
No,
was he a Jonas? Is he a Jonas brother? Am I making that up?
The one that she dated for years.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
His name was Joe, but he was not a Jonas.
Okay, he wasn't a big celebrity, but he was kind of in that world, right?
Right. I think that's exactly right.
Yeah. Oh well. It
But
happens.
anyways, I'm gonna last thing real quick. I'm gonna pull for your Iowa State brother in the Super Bowl. I'll be a Niner. I'll be pulling for the Niners.
Okay.
And I'll get you guys coming up on that whatnot, and y'all take care, man.
Yeah, I think you just have to understand why the NFL is doing that. I mean, you know how much money she's making, the NFL? Bringing in a whole new fan base of girls and T-Swifties, whatever they are.
And some dudes.
That really are trying to understand the game of football now, you know, beyond just, that's Taylor's boyfriend out there. So, I mean, I saw something that she helped generate since her and Travis started dating. And now, do I think it's much every time they cut to her? Yes, I do. But I understand why they do it. I think she helped generate a surplus in $631 million in sales with Chiefs stuff on it. So I get why they do it. It makes sense.
If Juszczyk's wife can get her jackets mass-produced, there's no telling how much money they could create.
Man, you know how many Ebony's like, I want one of those. I mean, I'm not that kind of guy. You
They
know
are
what I mean?
sweet looking,
Yeah,
though.
they are really cool. That's pretty cool, that whole little development. But, yeah, it is what it is. Is it a lot? Yes, it is, but I understand why they do it.
One other thing here, and then we'll take a quick call from JW and get the Red White Report in. Did you see, and look, I'm not belaboring this. I'm just saying it's a story. She's got a show talking about Taylor in Japan, I guess.
Okay.
The day before. And so she's going to have to. She can do it, but that's going to be a tough deal. And it's funny, I saw the ESPN guys talking about it, and it's like, she's not like private jet. He's like, she's like a real jet. Like, she's probably jumping on her own 747 and getting back. So,
yeah.
I mean, and we were also debating this weekend, and you might know a little more about this, DJ, as a former NFL guy. How much was that suite in Baltimore this weekend? What do you think? We were debating $50,000
for a
more?
playoff game. I would say more.
Okay.
For a playoff game.
Yeah.
Now I'm not sure how it works regular season opposed to playoff, but no, I mean that's probably $100,000 box. Some people think that they give those players stuff for free. Oh no, they make them pay for it, and they got the money. It just comes right out of their check. And so, but yeah, they're going to make their money. Those are some very high price seats that they go to. So yeah, but to those guys,
that's not even one concert for her, so she can write that check for sure.
Nothing.
It is interesting. Like, we've all been in those situations, right? You're married now, so I don't know how y'all do your finances. You have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm assuming she occasionally picks up a tab here and there. I mean, when you're dating somebody, you're just like, here's hoping someday. Yeah. No, but I mean, like, I wonder how you split it when you're an Uber. She's not rich. She's wealthy.
Yeah.
He's rich. She's wealthy.
Yeah.
So, like, how do they split their deals? Like, and again,
She's a billionaire this year, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, does he pay for stuff? Like, how do they split it? I'm sure he pays for dinner on occasion.
Yeah,
but like, when you're talking about 6-figure deals, like, you got to pick up a tab for a box. Does he go, hey, I'll split it with you, or how do they do that? I wonder.
Well, I don't think he's having to go like, hey, baby, can you get to McDonald's this time? I don't think he's having to do that.
No. That's not the point. But she is way, 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 way richer than him. And how do they split the cost of living apart like that?
You're asking how would normal people do it if they were rich, but you got to think they don't go anywhere without people knowing they're going to be there. Their team probably already has it set up.
They're getting comped a lot.
They're probably going to get comped. The bill's probably paid for before it even happens. Now, take all that out the window. I would love for them to just sit down across the table and somebody brings out a little check. Obviously, Travis will do it, but in the back of his mind, he's like, "Baby, what are we doing now? You're a billionaire. Let's do this thing." But I don't know. I've thought about how rich people think about spending their money. I don't know.
Yeah,
fascinating.
If they stay together, I bet she buys the house and stuff like that.
I just don't think there are that many independently wealthy couples that come together that are dating that are both independently wealthy.
Yeah.
Except for celebrity.
Yeah.
Couples.
But there aren't that many, right? I mean, like, there's not very many.
Will and Jada for a time.
Right. I mean, obviously,
Tom and Giselle, they were in that.
Yeah, I mean, Jay-Z and Beyonce are like the perfect example. Like, that's a billionaire plus couple.
Who pays for stuff? I don't know. I bet
once you're married, it's different. I don't count that. I'm talking about just dating.
Yeah.
When you're just dating, like, how do you work it? We'll ask him if we ever get him on the show.
Yeah, fair enough.
JW doesn't care about any of that crap. He wants to talk about Razorback basketball, I'm pretty sure. JW, welcome. Be nice to DJ. How are you?
Hey, DJ. Hey, I'm going to cut in for the average guy that actually likes football. We don't give two squats about Taylor Swift. We don't want to hear about Taylor Swift. And I know she brings in a lot of money, but the average guy, you look at the average person that really into football, they're not into Taylor Swift.
Here's the other thing I will say, JW. let me say one thing. The broadcast is 3 hours-ish. She's on the TV approximately 60 seconds.
Yeah.
So let's not act like it's more than it is. It's just that her 60 seconds are impactful.
What I get tired of is every time there's a touchdown or every time Kelsey catches the ball, it goes from there to the booth to showing the celebration of them.
Okay.
That's what we're tired of.
I got
There's
you.
other people.
Okay, go ahead.
But no, what I'm calling about is, DJ, I got a question for you.
Okay.
So this football team has been missing some gears a lot, and we've been rolling backwards. What does Bobby Petrino bring to this? But where his position, he's not a head coach, so he is a offense coordinator. So apparently his hands are only tied so far. What can he do to get us to that next gear with him? Do you think it's what do you think we're missing, and what can he bring that's different? I'll end up and listen.
Yeah, good question. I would say he's going to bring consistency to a very inconsistent football team. How many times have we tried to do these pregame predictions, and we're just like, depends on what team shows up. We don't know. We could be one of the best in the country, or we just get beat by 30. Who knows? But I would say one thing I would love to get up to Fayetteville and watch is practice. Those guys on that football team right now it's going to be different since he's not the head coach, but I know how he likes his stuff ran. Practice was the hardest thing that we did. I mean, I remember our tight end group before each practice, we'd get in a huddle and pray, like, let's get through this thing. It was every single day. And it was, and then that attitude, it was just always seemed like he was hovering and needed more, and we could mess up. And so practice, film room, now we're out in the classrooms, all we're thinking about, what's the script? We were always locked in on practice. So when it came to the game time, the game time was a breeze. It was so easy compared to practice. So some guys in football have the ability to turn the switch on and off. Matt Jones would be a good example like that. A lot of guys who don't have that type of talent, it's very hard for them to show up, and if they're not always engaged, then you get those games where it's just like, it seems like they didn't show up today. You don't understand it. You're not going to run into that with Bobby Petrino because the switch was always on. There was not one day where we felt like we didn't have to show up 100%. Or it was just going to get bad. It's just the way that he runs his program. And I was up in Fayetteville this weekend for the Kentucky game, and I bumped into one of my favorite players on the Razorback football team, Luke Hawes, tight end. He's looking great. The dude's a unit, man. I keep forgetting how big he is. Mm-hmm. But I've had a nice relationship with him since out of high school, helping him get here. And all he said is, man, we're watching so much film. And the way that he said it's a different approach to the game. So I can't speak for the defensive side of the ball, but I know offensively there won't be too many times when it seems like somebody doesn't know what's going on. And that happened a lot with the offensive line and the blocking scheme of people kind of looking each way like, what happened? That will not be a thing here, or they won't. If that is the case, then those guys won't be playing.
No doubt. All right, got to get a red, white in real quick. Chuck, hang on. We'll get to you as soon as we finish this. It is sponsored by our friends at Big O.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Big O Tires, with locations in Conway on Harkrider and in Cabot on Prospect Court. Big O Tires offers an endless selection of wheel and tire combinations. Big O Tires, they have everything you need to fit your budget and style.
Well, I've never done this before, but I'm going to open with a live fan feedback, and it comes in from Rusty. And you can quit asking because I don't know. He says, are you going to have Devo on the show this week? I don't know.
We don't know.
I'll reach out to his representatives, and we'll all find out together. I have no clue. I actually was driving into work today. My sales manager called and said, is Devo going to be on the show this week? And I said, I don't know. Vickery texted me yesterday. Is Devo going to be on your show this week? Everybody wants to know.
Oh, man.
Everybody wants to hear from Devo. What is going on? I don't know, but we're going to try to find out. Don't you worry about that. The Razorbacks lost to Kentucky over the weekend. Oh, by the way, in addition to the fact that Devo has left the team for personal reasons. That is, by the way, the shortest statement that's ever been released by the University of Arkansas, sports or otherwise. Devo Davis has left the program.
That was it?
That was it. It was literally like one sentence.
Wow.
And then afterwards, people, Musk kept saying, you can refer to the statement. And it's like, all right, thanks.
What was Bielema's statement? It was close, right?
When?
When they released Bielema, right after the LSU game.
Oh.
It was close, right?
I don't remember now.
No?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, there's no point in being what's the word I'm looking for? There's no need in saying more than you have to, I guess. Is what
Fair
I'm
enough.
trying to say. Might as well be efficient with it. He ain't with us.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. 57 points for Arkansas. Struggles offensively. They continued. However, holding Kentucky to 37% from the floor, not bad. But Arkansas shot it awful from outside, and it took Tremont Mark 17 shots to get his 11 points. He did pull down 8 rebounds, had 3 assists, a couple of steals. And let's praise Mekhi Mitchell. 32 minutes off the bench, 12 points, 13 rebounds. He was 8 of 10 at the free throw line, and he had 4 blocks. He's going to have to be part of the rotation, right? Like as a starter going forward, because the inside toughness was one of the few things that went right for Arkansas because they shot it atrociously, which, again, we were duped. We thought this was going to be a good shooting team. Turns out, not so much. Anyway, here's Coach Muss on the effort, which I think everybody can live with whatever happens as long as the guys look like they're playing with their hair on fire.
Have not been happy with the effort over the course of the last couple of weeks. Tonight, I got to go in that locker room and tell them we got to get ready for Missouri, and I can't fault their effort. We're not a good offensive team. I mean, that's all you got to do is watch the game. We struggle at take care of the ball. But because of effort and defense tonight, we were in the game. There's been a lot of games we haven't had a lead at all.
That is true. Caleb Battle looked like he had returned to life a little bit. I don't know if you got a chance. You were there, so I mean,
for maybe like 3 minutes.
Yeah. But he looked a little more. To me, he's looked very out of sorts, DJ, on the floor. He looked like he was a little more comfortable to me on Saturday than he has.
When he came into the game and hit a 3, that kind of sparked up a little bit. Defensively, kind of stepped up, had a steal, a little fast break point. But it was just a spark, and there really wasn't much after that. And so, it was a nice spark that we wish we could have continued that momentum. And I don't know too much about basketball like a Joe Klein or anything, but Musselman said it. They're very bad at offense. They don't have a guy. I mean, I think they say Mark is the guy. He is their guy, but he just happens to not be that dude. You know what I mean?
He's not a good enough guy.
He's not a good enough guy. Yeah, so
he's on occasion. He wasn't this weekend. That was not a very efficient performance from him.
Yeah.
And Kentucky, again, they're really good. This just in. 24 points from Antonio Reeves, double-double from Trey Mitchell. I mean, they're good. They're really good. And they shot it pretty well. 9 of 20 from 3. I mean,
yeah,
you're going to win a lot of games playing like that. Arkansas, of course, is going to have to shoot it better or quit taking them, one of the two, and live on the free throw line. Muss did derive a few positives out of the game.
As a coach, as a leader of the program, like effort, enthusiasm, energy, connectivity, our roster is what it is right now. And so all those things are what you want. And look, I know people are walking out of the building and we don't have a good SEC record, but I mean, if you walk out of the building and didn't think we played hard, then you're wrong, because we did play hard.
I like that.
Did we turn the ball over too much? Absolutely. Did one position really hurt us tonight? Absolutely. Having said that, we were close to 200 passes. I think Michael told me we were like 197. That's a lot better than 144, which is what it was last game. So I thought we shared the ball. I thought we executed. We out-rebounded them, which has not been the case in a lot of our recent games. So I thought, I think we inched a little bit closer to where we want to get to. So it's on to Missouri.
It's on to Missouri, and that's Wednesday night, 7:30. Arkansas on the road twice this week, also at LSU with an early start on Saturday at 11 o'clock. Programming note, because of the early start, Oaklawn Race Day, for those of you who are interested, will be on Buzz 2, and we'll also be streaming it on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, because, of course, it's a huge weekend with the Southwest Stakes, which was drawn over the weekend, that we'll talk about a little bit later when we have time. Also, over the weekend, Arkansas basketball on the women's side, they went to Missouri this weekend, and they got the job done. 67-58, and they are now 16-6 overall, 4-3 in league play. And Sailor Poffenbarger had 8 3-pointers as part of the win. Second year in a row, she's had 24 at Missouri. So good for her, good for them, and certainly thrilled to see them get the job done on the road. So good things happen, at least with the women's program.
We'll take it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, couple calls, then we'll take a break. And then coming up, Game Balls and Jock Straps, brought to you by Caddy's Touch Landscape. And we'll see what else we can get ourselves into as we go on through the show today. What do you say, Chuck?
Hey, y'all. Good day. Wanted to comment on the guy that was upset about Taylor Swift being acknowledged. I mean, one, she is the highest grossing entertainer on the face of the planet. To ignore her would be ridiculous. Second of all, seen a bunch of videos online and that make a tremendous amount of sense to me is, as a father, your 12-year-old daughter really wants to come and watch football with Daddy because Taylor Swift is attention. That's an opportunity to bond with your kid, not be so threatened by star.
You're breaking up a little bit, Chuck, but I got your message, and I appreciate that. I think that's a great point. I hadn't thought about that as a father of 2 boys. My oldest son, I don't think there's anybody that could possibly be on the football game that he would actually sit down and watch the game with me.
Vader.
No.
Darth Vader shows up.
Yeah, that actually is a good point.
Okay.
But my youngest did watch the games with me, so there you go. Until he took his girlfriend out for their 2-year anniversary for dinner last night.
2 years.
Wait, how old?
He's 17.
Dang.
Is
2
wild.
years?
DJ is
How about that? Where'd he take her?
I think they went to Faded Rose.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
You help him out? You hook him up a little bit?
Yeah, took care of him.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
don't tell her I said that. He's a hardworking fella. He earned his own money. What's up, Stan?
Hey, all right. How you doing, Justin?
Stan, I'm phenomenal.
All right. Hey, welcome to the show, DJ.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, man, on that Devo thing, they don't need to lean on that, man, because the man, let me tell you what's happening with that.
Okay.
I just figured it out.
All right, talk
the
to
man, me. The man got his DIL money, whatever they call it.
NIL?
He got DIL money. Listen, and the Razorbacks ain't going to make the NCAA. No way. So he probably going to go overseas and play anyway. They're not going to make no NCAA tournament. Hey, he got his NIL money. He got plenty of money. So he done moved on. So the Razorbacks need to move on. Y'all have a good day.
Hey, look at
Stan.
that.
All right.
I mean, a lot of guys are getting their money. And I don't know if this is Devo's case, him making NIL money and deciding not to play anymore. I think there's a lot more to it. Like I said, do we need to hold off on that to figure out if he's going to be on the show or not before I don't know how this works.
You got something to say? Go for it.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
That's a fence ride right there.
I understand why a lot of people are upset. I hate to see the way it works out. Like I said, if we are about to go to break and come back and talk more about Devo, I think this is going to require a little bit more time.
Let's do that.
Fair enough.
And the thing is, again, I wish him the best. I also don't know, DJ, and this will be a question to ask. Do you get your DIL money?
Get that DIL, right?
If you quit, like if you leave the team, I'm guessing you don't get your NIL money, right?
I heard that's why KJ stuck around as long as he did. I heard he had agreements with his NIL money, so he had to be on the team to receive his payments. As soon as he got his last payment, he went ahead and hopped in that portal.
Isn't that gross?
Yeah.
That bothers
right?
me. That's the worst of the NIL.
Yeah. Pretty
He's
bad.
not going to get any from us if he doesn't show up.
No, he will not be. Obviously, there's an arrangement. There's an arrangement for him to come on the show, thanks to our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet, and we so appreciate them. But yeah, that will not continue if he does not come on the show. That is part of the deal.
Yep.
So anyway, it's 11:31. We're going to take a timeout, and I will tell you this: if you do have a special event coming up, maybe a 2-year anniversary, Cash Restaurant's a good one. I mean, excellent spot in the River Market, man. And if you got a special event, maybe if you're thinking about getting married, folks, maybe a rehearsal dinner. That'd be a great spot to have it because they can hold up to 150 people in that space upstairs. Smaller group, if you don't like that many people and you just want to have a small group to announce an engagement or something like that, maybe the Bayou Room downstairs holds around 30 folks in a nice setting. And we all know, great menu for lunch or dinner, and they offer free valet parking. So like this weekend when the weather wasn't great, it's nice to be able to pull up to the door and just hand your keys to somebody and roll inside and get a nice cocktail and a great bite to eat. That's Cash in downtown Little Rock. It's a great location. And, of course, it's adjacent to a lot of other things. If you're going downtown to maybe catch some music or you got something else going on down there, it's a great spot to pregame, to have dinner, heck, to go have a cocktail if you've been somewhere else for the night. 501-850-0265 to book a private event or Cash Little Rock online, CACHE Little Rock. We're back in a second. It's 11:32. We're going to let DJ dig in on this Devo thing, and then we've got our game balls and jock straps coming up.
NFL legend Dan Hampton joins Morning Mayhem each week for a little football talk courtesy of Metro Towing and Recovery and Central Termite and Pest Control.
This is Sports Center.
Arkansas basketball suffered their third loss in a row, falling to Kentucky 63-57 on Saturday. The Razorbacks were without Trevor Brazile, who missed the game with soreness in his knee. They were also without Devo Davis, who has reportedly stepped away from the program. Here were Coach Eric Musselman's comments about the effort in the game.
Have not been happy with the effort. over the course of the last couple of weeks. Tonight, I got to go in that locker room and tell them we got to get ready for Missouri, and I can't fault their effort. We're not a good offensive team. I mean, that's all you got to do is watch the game. We struggle at take care of the ball. But because of effort and defense tonight, we were in the game. There's been a lot of games we haven't had a lead at all.
Arkansas will play again on Wednesday when they travel to Columbia to take on Missouri. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
Take your yard up to the next level with the Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Josh Dickinson is a former PGA Tour caddy, and his landscape designs are inspired by some of the most beautiful golf courses around the world. Call Josh at 501-794-2770 for all of your landscaping needs. Flower beds a mess? Josh's crew can give your home the curb appeal you've always wanted. The Caddy's Touch Landscaping also installs French drains, retaining walls, and they'll even take care of your irrigation maintenance needs. A Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Call today, 501-794-2770.
Is your Oaklawn Thoroughbred racing action so close you can feel it? Or is it the view from your trackside luxury suite? However you like it, racing season is off and running at Oaklawn with live races every weekend through May 4th. It's fun by the furlong all season long. Make your reservations today at oaklawn.com. What's your Oaklawn? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crain Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crain Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscrainhyundai.com.
Did you know Arch Marine is the kayak leader in Central Arkansas? Right now, get 20% off all feel-free kayaks. All the prices are falling on kayaks this month. Don't forget, we repair ATVs. Your granddaddy trusted Arch Marine, and so can you.
You're back in the zone with Emmy Award winner Justin Acri, Mackey Award winner DJ Williams, and Christian Weaver, who has won nothing.
Hey, I'm waking up in the morning, hustling to the stage and performing, hustling through the hate and busting the door. Lately, nothing misses, I must have been scoring. And speaking of the misses, I'm watching them party, just like a drink that I'm enjoying. And don't mean much, you're welcome to join. Just look at me sorry, feeling like joy. Oh, the bag ain't finished yet, on the top, but you just don't get it yet. I don't get cut, I make them cut the check. Can't hear me in the stands, let me say it again. Oh.
Both games are going to be real. I mean, I watched Missouri today. They played great against South Carolina. They're going to be they're going to be like hungry for the game on Wednesday, and our guys have to realize how hungry they will be. If you look at Missouri's games, a lot of close scores. Like you look at the 5 minute mark left in games of Missouri's SEC games. It's unbelievable how close they are and how hard they played. So, and then LSU's playing great. Just before this, I mean, they're tied with Alabama. I don't know what it'll end up, but both those teams, I think, are. I think LSU's been one of the surprise teams, and obviously Missouri at their place is a place that'll probably have a great crowd.
Eric Musselman talking about 2 road games this week at Mizzou, at LSU, and with all due respect to Coach, I think comparatively to the rest of their SEC colleagues, Missouri stinks on toast. They ain't Vandy, but they ain't good. And again, we know Arkansas is not very good right now either. Let's just say it like it is. Over the weekend in the SEC, we haven't talked about it. It took overtime for Florida to knock off Georgia. Georgia obviously vastly improved. Early on, it looked like Florida was going to take them to the woodshed. Didn't work out that way. South Carolina handling Missouri. Missouri scored 64 over the weekend. Arkansas scored 57. So take a peek at the under, just a suggestion. Mississippi State beat number 8 Auburn. That was an eye-opener. Did not expect that after Auburn had the heartbreaker at Alabama earlier in the week. Man, I don't know if you watched that game. I guess I was kind of late, so you're probably sleeping.
No, it's late. Mm-hmm.
Dude, that was a missed opportunity. Auburn had some layups, some free throws missed late. I mean, they really missed some opportunities against Alabama. And then And it wasn't shocking for them to lose on the road at Mississippi State, but I guess I expected them to bounce back. Tennessee goes and wins by 13 at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's awful. Alabama wins over LSU. They scored 109 in the win.
Wow.
And then Ole Miss, 71-68 at A&M. That's a big, big win for Chris Beard and company. So the standings look like this right now. Alabama 6-1, Tennessee's 5-1, South Carolina, Auburn, UK at 5-2, 4-3, 4-3, 4-3 for Mississippi, Florida, Georgia. 3-4, 3-4, 3-4. Mississippi State, A&M, and LSU, and then Arkansas is 1-6. And Missouri and Vanderbilt hadn't won a game yet in league play. So
there we go. Yeah,
you know what they say? It could be worse. They do have a chance. They do have a chance. Look, I won't be shocked if Missouri wins, but I'm telling you, Missouri is really not good. And I think, honestly, in watching them, man, they could beat Arkansas. Anyway, DJ's got thoughts. DJ Wins, if you're just tuning in, our new co-host in the zone, Wes moving to Out of Bounds, kicking it with Joe Franklin. I'm trying to read the stuff that's coming in on the YouTube feed over there. But DJ, get some thoughts on the Devo situation. I'm sure you've been through it before where, players get sideways with the coaches or they're not happy with something going on. Certainly guys have stuff going on in their personal life. Like last year we got that from Devo. So what do you think? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's just so hard to give a good opinion when you don't know a lot. Look, we said we'd love for Devo to come in and maybe set the record straight on a lot of things, but at the end of the day, if he doesn't want to, it's none of our business, But we're going to give our part and at least tell you what we think. So when you look at this Devo Davis thing, let's just pretend it is an issue with coaching, and there's some kind of thing going on where coming off or not getting as much playing time, not being the guy. What I have seen develop in sports is specifically Arkansas sports lately. I think a little of this came with KJ as well. Here, with this whole NIL era and then now this new platform that these guys have, it kind of put them up on this celebrity status. And I do believe that gets to people's heads sometimes. And I think Devo coming back and after, that crazy cool, great game in the March Madness tournament, and he gave that big speech where he's crying and people just like, that's our guy. Mm-hmm. He became the poster child of almost Arkansas sports. And ever since then, he's not been able to do any wrong in the eyes of the fans. And so I think what comes with that is a little sense of entitlement if you don't know how to handle it. And I could see when you hear these rumors of the arguments between him and the coaching staff, and you just hate to see that because up until that point, Devo was a great role player on a basketball team. Now, I don't think he was ever the guy, but I think this year he probably wanted to be the guy. And when things happened that he didn't like, I think he voiced them. He was very opinionated about it. And then hence the issues with the head coach, which is unfortunate that you have a guy, like we said, with his type of career ends with us not even knowing why he's not on the team anymore. Mm-hmm. So that's one avenue. Then the other avenue I think that you also have to entertain is, which is a huge thing in sports, is, when you get, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, this is soft or whatnot, but it is real when you get to the mental health aspect of it. If there are some things that are actually going on in people's lives, and this is where it gets interesting with Devo. And if that is the case, as far as a Razorback fan and what he has done for the program, Justin, you might want to know a little bit about that so you can kind of create this idea in your head of understanding why one of our best players is asked to not be on the team anymore, to maybe save face a little bit. So, but that being said, that's going to be up to Devo to share with us. Like I said, I can't wait now. I had somebody at work ask me today, too, is Devo going to be on the show? And, I'm not too familiar with the format. And I was like, on KRK? What are we talking about? But So that's a lot of pressure for us to get him on the show. But, yeah, very interested. I think, or it could be a combination of both. I mean, I think we've all heard rumors, of things that are going on. Some may be true, some just may be rumors. We don't know. So very interested to see how that happens. At the end of the day, I think we all want the best scenario to come out of this. We don't want it to be the first thing because I think that would be very unfortunate if that's how his career ends there. So best of luck to him, just like we were anybody else that has put in work here. I guess we will find out and see. Yeah,
we will definitely extend the opportunity for him to come in or to call in and kind of set the record straight. As you said, I think that's well spoken and well said. I mean, it's just that's really what it's about now. If he's not going to go back, and you don't seem to think there's a path back for him.
God, I think when you pull that card more than once, it's kind of a coach has to say, all right, you with us or not, So I would assume that's it. If it's not, then you're setting the standard that I don't think is good for a program. And that being said, also these other rumors with Coach Musselman, leaving next year as well.
What?
Oh, you ain't heard that either?
I have, but I don't know if we were talking about it publicly.
Oh, we're not getting there yet?
No, go ahead. What are you hearing?
I've had some people send me some stuff about UCLA, that being a potential landing spot for him.
I've heard that they will chase Beard as well. I have heard that. Again, it's all rumors. I've heard Louisville's a team that, again, you're talking about a very tradition-rich program that has fallen on its face the last few years and desperate to get a coach that can come in and shake things up, and certainly Musselman or Beard would be a good fit for them. Now, again,
well, we talked about it last week. It was like he wants to get back to the West Coast ultimately, we think.
Yep.
UCLA, USC may come open this year.
Yeah, I don't know what the USC program opportunity would be like. I'm trying to think the last time they were really, really good.
Did a pretty good job there.
Yeah.
I think Musk could do something.
UCLA's a heck of a lot better job.
Well,
though.
UCLA's a better job, yeah.
Much better sewing Saturday by the Hogs, says this person from the 601, wherever that is. Defense and rebounding kept us in the game. Proud of the effort, which was missing. That being said, we can't score enough points to win very many conference games. No great shooters on this team, and even our best players are very inconsistent. I love Muss, but he's 9-16 in his last 25 SEC games. This pitiful team is his team, so quit talking about how they are not like your previous teams. Hey, listen, I'm excited about DJ coming here. I'm excited about Wes and Joe working together. It may not work out. You don't know, but it seems good. Seems like a good idea. Did it seem like a good idea to you?
Sounds great to me.
Seems like a great idea to me.
We can't miss. Yeah.
But you know what? Sometimes these things don't work out.
Yeah.
I think offensively, this team isn't that far off from other years. We're bad at offense, but we're usually bad at offense.
I just don't accept that. That's not true. I just don't agree with that.
We're bad at offense.
I don't agree with that.
We've been bad at offense every year.
I don't agree with that. They are elite at defense. I don't agree with that they're bad at offense. I don't watch these teams and go, wow, what a putrid offensive team. I watch this team and think exactly that.
Okay,
Now,
maybe not putrid.
they're
but
putrid.
bad.
This is the worst of the worst.
Yes, this is the worst.
He picked a bad time to have the worst offensive and defensive teams at the same time. It's not a good combination.
So help me understand this. Like I said, football, I can talk all day. I'm still trying to brush up with the whole basketball thing. So where did all this conversation come from at the beginning of the year when we were in the portal and everybody's like, Muss is getting these great guys out of the portal. Like, that's what he does best. Was that just some fans and media kind of throwing that up there to making it more than it was? Because, like I said, I watch these games. I just don't see it.
These are all guys who were conference, again, you look at Menefield, he was like a freshman player, a freshman
Washington,
first team all conference at Washington. Battle
was one of the best players in his conference.
These guys were all that were being chased.
Yeah.
We all agree the one thing that's missing, and you chased two really good big guys. You didn't get either one. You didn't get Dickinson, and you didn't get the kid that went to North Dakota State that's at
Grant Nelson. Well, he went to Alabama.
Is it Alabama now?
State,
yeah. I mean, you missed on those guys. If you get either one of those dudes,
Changes
this team's
everything.
different.
Okay.
And you expected Brazil to be, that bona fide first round
Right.
guy, and he's not. So
happens.
He does not look like the Brazil of old.
Did we see much of the Brazil old? Didn't he get hurt before we really saw it?
We only saw a couple.
We
games
saw
of him, to be
saw
honest.
that one dunk, and everybody was like, first round draft pick. You know.
Well, I mean, he had
He was
some
averaging like 11 points, 5 rebounds, but
Okay.
it looked like a guy that was like, yeah, I could see him in the NBA.
He had a few highlight reel moments for sure.
He had flashes. He hasn't had flashes this year. Really.
No, you're 100% right. Well, he did have that one really nice alley-oop finish. DJ, more and more professional sports teams have added full-time sports psychologists to their staff. Perhaps it's time to explore that. Did you guys get any of that when you were in college?
No.
I think that honestly should be I'm not joking.
No, I hear
that should
you.
be a part of the deal. Like, I think there should be at least one sports psychologist on campus to help all student athletes, if not a team of them.
Now, let me be fair, because I don't want to talk bad about the University of Arkansas and their what it just sounded like me saying the lack of taking care of the mental aspect of their athletes. But not that I can remember. I don't necessarily recall anyone to our knowledge that we could reach out to as far as somebody who has a degree in it and is a professional. Now, we did have guys on the team, coaches on the team, or people a part of the team that if you're dealing with some stuff, you go talk to these guys.
Yeah.
Like the player development guys. We've always had those guys. But
wouldn't it be good to have that on a regular basis, though, for everybody?
Having somebody just talk to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really do. And I'm a big believer in that. Now, I transitioned from a aspect of just being tough, and you don't have time for that as soft, to now understanding there's just some things that you sometimes need help with. And I'll say that first off. I'm a former player, big tough guy and everything, went through some stuff in my personal life, sought out help, as far in the form of a therapist. I thought, this is so stupid. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I was very unaware of the benefits of that. So I'm glad I went down that road. And I just know nowadays these kids, they're dealing with a whole lot of different avenues than what we dealt with. The pressure of this whole social media and your life being out there for everyone to pick apart. You know, growing up, I didn't have to go through those comments and seeing everyone just crushing me. And this is where I would love for some players to be able to look at that and, you know, put that in a place. But unfortunately, it's hard to do that in today's world. And so, yeah, it's just it baffles me how some of these people talk bad about these people. It really does blow my mind. I understand why they're passionate, but I think there's a line, and a lot of people cross it.
From the 501, I'm so happy DJ is there. I love him. I think he's the next David Basil.
Nice, you know?
I think that's good. That's on our Southern Structural Solutions text line. And this person says, I'm offended we didn't see a shirtless Kelsey pounding beer. So disappointed. Yeah, Jason did not bring his A game, but he did have on his Chiefs gear.
Yeah.
You think he'll play next year, Jason?
Jason Kelce? Oh, no.
What about Travis?
No.
I think Jason's retiring.
Yeah,
I've heard that Travis
I think
maybe.
Jason is done. Travis, if they win a Super Bowl, I figure you
Go
run
out
it
on
back.
top.
I don't know. How many years has he been
He's
in?
35, right?
Yeah, he's old, DJ.
He's my age.
That could be you.
Man, I couldn't imagine playing right now. My back hurts so much all the time. Now, I'm not in it like he's in it, but, man, I just don't see them winning a Super Bowl and him saying that's it, you know? Especially with his boy Pat still being there.
Okay, what if they don't?
You could be like, we could do this again.
Yeah, but if they don't win it, does it change anything? Because you know you got a chance to win next year, no matter what happens.
Exactly.
I think a lot has to do with what does he want the rest of his life to look. Is he ready to go ahead and settle down? Has he found his woman?
He's going to go
Does he
on
want
tour with
kids?
Taylor Swift.
Is that it?
That's going to be the plan next year.
You know, again, everybody's clock ticks different, and sometimes you're just like, I'm ready. Let's go.
I could see that.
Yeah, I could too.
Yeah.
Honestly, here's the thing, too. I'm going to say it right now.
Yeah.
The games just got determined yesterday, and I want my boy Purdy to get it done.
Yeah.
I don't see any way Kansas City didn't win that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kansas City wins.
I do too.
It's up for debate. You
Well,
know?
we got 2 weeks to talk about it.
That's up for debate.
Of course it is. It'd be great. I really do think it's going to be a pick 'em, which I don't know how many Super Bowls have been a pick 'em. Not many.
Yeah.
But it's a good matchup on paper for sure. 11:50. We'll come back. We didn't get to our game balls and jock straps. We'll do it on the other side.
Congratulations. You're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter agents Chad Kesterson in Arkadelphia, Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff, or Blake Jumper in Benton.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. River Valley Tractor, closer than you think.
Gwatney Chevrolet presents Devo Davis each week when he gets in the zone with Justin and Wes. Gwatney Chevrolet, just off the Gregory Street exit in Jacksonville, or check out their selection of new and used vehicles at GwatneyChevrolet.com.
If you're looking to update your home decor, then go see our friends at Coffin by Design West. At Coffin by Design West, they have design specialists on staff that can help you with your decisions on any updates to your home. They have over 7,000 square feet of beautiful new home decor pieces such as sofas, dining tables, design throw pillows, lighting, and chairs that arrive daily. For those of you who like the Aromatique candles, you can find those and also gift cards. Located out west past Taylor Loop, 14900 Cantrell Road, or go to the web at coffinlumber.com.
As MNB continues to grow, we want you to know the one thing that will never change is the way we do business. We still make the process of securing a loan simple and straightforward with a staff of experienced and professional loan officers. MNB has a variety of products and services to fit your individual requirements. Whether it's buying a new home, starting a new business, or expanding your business, our rates are extremely competitive. You keep moving forward. At MNB, we've got your back. Check us out at mnbbank.com.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey folks, Trey Johnson here with HJ Trailer Sales in Hot Springs. Spring is coming and everyone is getting ready to get outside. So if you need your trailer serviced or repaired, let us help you out. Or you may be needing a trailer to get your golf cart to the golf course. Or you need a trailer for work. Or if you just need to buy a new trailer for recreational use. Let us help you at HJ Trailer Sales with one of the best service departments in the state. Visit us in Hot Springs or check us out on Facebook or at hjtrailersales.com.
Tap Time with Bryce Nall and Scott Parton, presented by New Province Brewing, returns this Thursday at 7. Tap Time is Little Rock's premier radio show for beer lovers, by beer lovers. Tap Time Thursday from 7 till 8 on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Edwards Food Giant Studios.
Don't have time to call? Message us on the Gangster Museum of America and Hattery Live fan feedback. Or text us on the Southern Structural Solutions text line at 501-661-1037. Now, let's get into the zone. Game balls and jock straps are brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscape. Josh Dickinson is a former PGA caddy, so he knows what good grass looks like. If you'd like to take your yard to the next level, then hit up Josh and his crew at A Caddy's Touch Landscape. 501-794-2770. Call today.
Okay, well, you got to give credit to and a game ball to Patrick Mahomes. Again, continuing to find a way to help his team and lead them to victory. He's now 14-3 in the playoffs.
Yep.
He's 2-0 on the road. And he is chasing Tom Brady, and now people are starting to have that conversation like maybe we need to start considering him. I'm going to give Brock Purdy's legs a little credit. Those are the least talked about legs other than, well, I guess him and Goff.
Yeah.
But he ends up running for some key first downs. 5 carries, 48 yards, and he was a good dual threat guy. I mean, he's not a runner first, but like he ran for a ton of yards in college, or at least some key yards in college.
Big third down pickups with his legs. Yep, keep the drive going.
I got to give I guess I should give a game ball to Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I was like, what? Come on now.
Jerry Rice's playoff record?
Yeah.
Playoff. And I've got some sound from him on that, but we'll have to change pages to get to that. Jockstrap-wise, I guess I got to give one to Auburn for going 0-2 this week. I thought they came up with one of those 2 wins, even though those are tough places to go.
I was going to give a jockstrap to Zay Flowers.
Yeah.
Not good.
Really,
Also,
the Ravens in general for the dumb penalties.
Yeah.
Who was the linebacker got
It was
one
a
too?
line. It was Van
Noy.
Noy, stupid. Yeah, jockstrap for that one.
Kelsey talked him into it. Kelsey's gotten really good at creating drama, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Wonder where that
good.
came from.
He's always in it. Always in it.
I was going to give another jockstrap to the Lions wide receivers. I felt like they dropped about 6 balls.
There were a few that were behind him, though, too, buddy. I didn't think Goff was...
He wasn't amazing.
His numbers were good, but I didn't think it was as sharp as I've seen him be.
Yeah.
Game ball, I'm going to give one to LeBron. 36, 20, and 12 on 56% from the field, 50% from 3. He's 39 years old.
The only surprising part of that stat line is the fact that 20 was a career high. I can't believe that. I would have thought he had a 20 rebound game before now.
LeBron?
Yeah.
That's pretty high.
That's a lot.
Up there. Yeah, that's
I know,
a
but he's
lot.
played for 20 years.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, like SGA's had a 20 rebound game.
Has he really?
Yeah.
He loves SGA.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
Okay.
I'm an NBA guy.
Then you obviously have to give Luka a game ball for 73 in a victory the other day.
I wasn't going to, but you can.
How do you not give a guy to get 73 in a win?
73?
70. That's their second 70-point performance this week. What is going on? Did something happen in the league this year where it's like everybody's having
no more defense?
No more.
Yeah.
People are like, when did they play?
I'm going to give one to...
Wait a minute. Time out. Why are you not impressed with the 73?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
That's very impressive,
I mean,
right?
that's ridiculous.
Downplaying it.
I mean, Wes would have made us open the show on that. That's the one good thing. We don't have to talk about Luka every day either.
Is he a Luka guy?
He's everything Dallas sports.
Oh, okay.
So,
fair enough.
Yeah.
Big star.
Are you a Cowboys fan? Who's your NFL team?
I would say Packers.
Okay, that's fine.
Right? I mean, by default.
You're in a good
Yeah.
period. I think they're going to be good for a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to give one to Yannick Sinner, who won the Aussie Open. Your countryman.
How about that? Paisano.
He beat Medvedev, Jokic, or
Yep.
Djokovic, and Rublev on the way.
He would have beaten Jokic, too. Jokic had no chance against him.
He's probably got a pretty far reach, but he can't move very well.
Did you see? So Medvedev is the first guy, I think, in the modern era to lose 2 Grand Slam finals while opening with a 2-0 set lead. That poor son of a gun.
Well, he's like the Doc Rivers of tennis players.
But you know what it made me think of the other day? It made me think of the golfer once said, they're like, so you think you have a chance to win every time you go out? And he's like, nah. He's like, well, why do you play the tournaments if you don't think you have a chance to win? He said, because they play a lot of money for 20th place. Medvedev made a ton of money, finishes a runner-up at these Grand Slam tournaments, so it's not the worst thing. I got to give one to Sabalenka, too. She made her way to the Australian
Second
Open.
straight, I believe.
6-3, 6-2, dominating final. She's only 25, man. And Sinner's 22.
Yeah.
You got a couple of great young stars coming up in the world of tennis. DJ, I know you've been following it closely.
I'm about to say, I'm about to have to brush up on tennis. That's what it sounds like, right?
Nah, we don't do it that much.
Only during the majors, really.
Game ball to Caitlin Clark, who didn't flop
Oh, man.
this week with anybody running on the court. She is 3 points away from passing Jackie Stiles, the Missouri State legend, for third place all time. Next up, a couple of Kelseys, Mitchell and Plum from Ohio State and Washington. She is 150 points or so away from number one all time, so she needs like 3
She'll
more
get
games.
like 4 games.
She's unreal.
She is crazy good.
RJ Hawk here with Chris Roberts from Southern Bank. And Chris, I know interest rates are high right now. That's what everybody's talking about. But if you're thinking about a project, whether it be a commercial project or you're wanting to build a house, now's the time to come talk to you about what those future plans may look like.
You know, RJ, no matter what the business environment may be, we're always there to sit down with our customers and talk about their future plans and what's going on with their businesses.
And that's one thing about Southern Bank is they're a community bank. They want to be your partner.
Partnering with our customers is a key to how we do business.
And Chris, you know, we talk about those interest rates being high, but the one good news out of that is deposit rates.
We have some great CD and checking account rates. Just give us a call and see what one of our personal bankers can do for you.
If you want more information about interest rates or those deposit rates that we just talked about, call Chris and his team today at 501-424-0900 or go online at bankwithsouthern.com. Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Slim Chickens of Central Arkansas presents Rollin' with Nolan on Drive Time Sports with Randy Rainwater and Rick Schaefer every Thursday at 6 on 103.7 The Buzz.
We're live when you need us.
I think we better split up. Good idea. Yeah, we can do more damage that way.
103.7 The Buzz, KABZ, Little Rock.
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Buzz News with Channel 7's Ryan Houston.
One man is waking up behind bars this morning for shooting a teen Saturday night on Haliro Springs Road in Little Rock. Police say Juan Ruiz is in custody this morning and is charged with capital murder. They say he shot the teen and left the scene. The boy was sent to the hospital and died last night. A Texas murder suspect was arrested in Arkansas after the victim's truck was found in Johnson County. Jeremy Wayne Gladden was arrested Friday morning for the death of Lawrence Jason Wise. Wise was found dead from a gunshot wound Tuesday in a shed with his truck missing. The police said when trying to question family members, they discovered Gladden had left Texas. Gladden met with an undercover cop Friday, and after a short chase, Gladden was captured. The Johnson County Sheriff's Office says Gladden is being held in prison and awaiting extradition. From the Channel 7 Newsroom, I'm Ryan Houston.
High school and college baseball are back. Join me, Kevin Bohannon, every Tuesday at 4:30 for Around the Horn on Drive Time Sports. Sponsored by Wood Family Dealerships in Batesville.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with Channel 7's Melinda Mayo.
Lots of sunshine, a nice warming trend this week, up to 59 today, mostly sunny. Tonight slowed down to a chilly 38. Big warm up for Tuesday, 67 tomorrow. Not much rain this week. From the Channel 7 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Melinda Mayo.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Crain Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-log vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Crain Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscrainhyundai.com.
Hear that? The sound of water being poured on 800-degree rocks. If you were here in this sauna, you'd be so hot you wouldn't have the energy to move. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. Besides, after a long ride, a helmet sweat is way more satisfying. So if you ride, switch to Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer, without even breaking a sweat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language? In as little as 3 weeks, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's BABBEL.com.
If you are looking for a safe and loving home for you or your loved one, visit Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center. Just 15 minutes from Little Rock and Benton, our skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. You can call Heartland home.
Hi, I'm Jacob Jones. From now until February 29th, shop at Jones & Son during our 0% finance event. That's right. All purchases from now until the end of February are eligible for 18-month, 0% financing. From our very own Jones & Son Couture collection to Michael M., we have every shape and size of ring in store, featuring Arkansas's largest designer engagement ring selection. Get a low monthly payment when you finance with special 18-month, zero-interest financing at Jones & Son. Shop online at jonesandson.com.
QC Kinetics patient Robert Patterson, a veteran and business owner, struggled at work and in the gym with chronic, agonizing shoulder pain.
Those injuries just continue to nag, and if you don't treat them, they just get worse. And I just kind of abused my body for a long time, and it finally had said enough is enough.
That's okay, because QC Kinetics tells your pain, hey, enough is enough. Their regenerative treatments bring you relief by helping restore and repair damaged tissue with no drugs, no downtime, and best of all, no surgery.
I was able to exceed the goals that I had previously attained in the gym. It was absolutely worth its weight in gold, so I could continue to live life without limitation.
Ready to get lasting relief from your joint pain? Call QC Kinetics to learn more about how natural biologic treatments can get you lasting results. Call now. It's a free consultation.
501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. QC Kinetics, 501-222-8440.
For those who push the boundaries and know no barriers, the wake up at nooners and dessert before dinner eaters, the jackpot dancers and sequined pantsers, the risk takers and heartbreakers, the hapless, the rogue, and the hopeless romantics. Our time has come. Play bold at the new Southland Casino Hotel, the Mid-South's premier gaming destination. Plan your stay at southlandcasino.com.
It's Justin Acri for CertaPro Painters. It's a company I've used for years for many projects, inside and outside over the years, and soon you'll be able to say the same, and you'll be happy that you can. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time, but CertaPro does. They'll walk you through the process, help you pick out exactly the right color of paint for whatever room you're trying to redo, and they're going to leave behind a beautiful, clean project. You won't even know they were there other than the project being done, and your wall's looking great. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated, so get them on the case as soon as possible. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Holy Guatney, Batman! Scott Romine is now on the Buzz Saturday mornings at 9 a.m.
Yes, Robin. I wonder if we can discuss the Batmobile. Guatney Unplugged, Saturdays at 9 a.m. Same bat time, same bat channel.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about.
All right, last hour today. There you go. Barely played any of the song. For those of you who hate it, DJ, it's a long-running issue. People hate the open song. I hate the open song on Out of Bounds, but I don't make them change it because people don't like mine either, and I don't want to be a hypocrite.
Who picks the song?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long has it been the song?
Oh, a long time.
Well, it's been like since I was in elementary school, probably.
No,
Hilarious.
I had that song playing in my headphones. I went to CAC in high school.
I'm aware. I covered you there.
I was
That's
getting.
how old I am.
I went to the track late at night. That's when I would get my extra reps in, and I had this song playing on my headset. That was in high school.
Then all the more reason we should keep it forever. You know what, folks? It's not going anywhere. Thanks, DJ. Appreciate you.
Some song recommendations, DJ.
I did tell Christian that if he wanted to change the second hour and third hour open occasionally and mix in something different, that's fine.
Okay.
Feel free. Maybe DJ has a seat. Maybe we could each have an hour. I just want the first hour. You can have an hour. You can have an hour.
You don't put a poll up and let our listeners.
We can do that too.
Okay.
Taylor Swift. That's 2 hours.
The thing is, but if they give you a turd, you got to shine it up and try to make it work. So I don't know. That's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
They've done well in the past. We have done that before.
Yeah.
I remember when Nathan, Christian, and I was thinking about this morning too, as we welcome DJ Williams in. If you're just tuning in, he is not just sitting in for Wes. He is the new
we're here now.
Co-host. Yes. Yes. Started from KRK, and now we're here. But he's going to stay at KRK too. So those of you who are wondering, is he quitting TV? No.
Yeah, a lot of people asked.
This is a TV enhancement.
It is. Do that in the morning. Come straight over here. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a schedule, but I think we can make it work.
Let me make it feel a little bit better.
Let's hear it.
You're a young, athletic, healthy fella.
I'll take that.
You're also dating someone who is a vibrant individual who is a couple years younger than you.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing. I worked, when I was about your age, I worked TV and radio together, and I worked 7 days a week for 3 years.
Yeah.
I did not have a day off. I worked 5 days radio, 5 days TV, but they were not the same days.
I respect the grind.
So I worked for 7 days a week for 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
So I got to believe you can do this for a couple years at least.
Yeah, we'll see. No, I mean, me too. It's going to be a lot on Ebony, and my girlfriend loves her time, our time.
Yes.
And I tell her, babe, I got to go to bed. I go to bed, try at 7 o'clock, 7:30. I'm up at 2:45 every day. I just need some rest, but we'll see how it works, because I used to go home and take a nap, and then I could stay up a little later. That's gone now, but yeah, Ebony just texted me. She asked me if I should go to a candle making class at 7 p.m.
She asked you if you would?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make that one.
She's trying to get you to burn it at both ends, literally.
Is that what it is? I don't know what's going on. Candle making, right?
Buddy. Sounds
Maybe
like
we can make that scent, we talked about at the beginning of the show.
New co-host.
That new co-host scent.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Gwyneth Paltrow again.
No, we're not doing that.
What is that? Is that a thing?
You haven't heard about that?
No.
Oh, look it up. I'm not going to go into it because I don't want to get you in trouble on your first day.
All right, fair enough.
Gwyneth Paltrow has she has a website, Goop.
Okay.
Goop.com.
Goop.
And she sells some strange things that smell kind of funny. I can't believe you missed. I figured you guys would talk about this on KRK in a very sensitive way.
This has been
years ago.
Yeah.
A few years ago now. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, it's I think that sounds fun. Look, if your lady throws out something kind of out of the ordinary, and I think you say yes to that if you can make it work sleep-wise. Here's my thing: why can't you leave here, get a workout, get a nap? It's not an option.
It's not an option. Now, by that time,
too late.
I'd sleep till next morning. You know
I
what I
got
mean?
you.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, you were on the morning schedule. Were you on the mornings?
I have filled in. And people don't realize that is not getting up early. That's getting up in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah.
And your body never goes, "Oh, I got it now."
You say that. Now 9 years doing it, my body, I feel it more Friday evening. 7 o'clock, I'll be ready to go to bed. Saturdays are tough. Everything's tough. But mornings, now, I wake up before my alarm goes off.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're conditioned.
Yeah.
It's impressive. DJ's still doing TV, going to do radio with us, and then still doing The Nation. What are you guys called now?
The Pig Trail Nation. Yeah.
Okay, Pig Trail. I wanted to say Pig Trail, but I was
we were Razorback Nation, but
they
were trying to charge us a god-awful amount of money to keep that name. I think is it IMG, whatever company that is.
Learfield now.
Yeah, they came over and they made the Razorback Nation. That's what it used to call. Aaron Peters was on back then, and they said, yeah, you can keep the name. You're just going to have to pay us. I can't remember the number. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. So we changed our name, and Pig Trail, it's just
close enough.
It's close enough.
It's actually so close that I was afraid. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah, I know that's right. It says it right on your backpack there, Pig Trail Nation. I can just look at that.
There you
go. They're very sensitive about their IP, and I'm not talking about their internet address. They're talking about their intellectual property.
Yeah, it's wild.
And look, it's got value. I get it.
Yeah. You know how I do my breakdowns and stuff. There was a while there I couldn't do my breakdowns anymore. There was this rule that if the SEC or somebody or University of Arkansas you'd have to pay for the rights for the film. So I wanted to do a breakdown on my own play. Said, hey, back when I played, we used to do this. If I wanted to show my own highlight, I'd have to pay for my own highlight. So it's pretty. That's why I'm not too mad about these players getting paid now. A lot of people making money off of them.
That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah.
My buddy Mike says Medvedev, we were talking about him a minute ago, lost, got second.
Dang.
Got $1.15 million for the runner-up spot.
Runner-up?
Dude, the money's
now
crazy.
Now we're in it, right?
Yeah, these individual sports, that's where it's at.
1.5 to lose.
1.15.
Sorry, yeah.
Still is a lot.
Big difference.
Way more than I made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Birdman's up on the horn. What's up, Birdman?
Hey, Justin. I was hearing y'all talk about kids with mental issues. I was a psychiatric social worker for about 10 years, and basically I worked with people from 18 all the way up until they passed, I suppose, with mental illness. But one thing I would say is what would help any athlete who's struggling with something like that is to have someone to talk to and have an absolute guarantee that it is completely confidential. A young person is going to have a hard time talking about things anyway if they haven't, but if they know the person they're talking to, it's not going anywhere, then they can help them relax and it helps them talk about it. I mean, not even to the coach, especially in the initial. But I certainly think that kids could benefit from it. The thing is, you're an athlete. You want to be tough. There's going to be a lot of stigma, more against an athlete than there is anybody else in today's world, especially, football, basketball, these things. So it is hard sometimes to say, but listen, I know a lot of smart people struggle with mental illness and have gotten coping skills on top of it. But can you imagine? I never had anybody talking about me when I was in college, talking about my opinion of how I'm doing. It's a lot of stress. And so I think it probably help him as long as it's done right. A person has got to know that what they're telling that person, unless there are some exceptions, but they're rare. If someone comes to you and tells you they're going to hurt somebody, then that's a different issue. It's rare that you have that. Folks, he just needs to be able to say what's bothering him and have someone with experience to be able to give him options, to make him feel that he is, he will make the decision. So I feel for anybody. I've been through it in my life. That's why I went back and got training. And because I'm a sports fan, I just thought I would throw that in.
Yeah.
So, let's realize until we're in that situation, we probably never will be. You don't know what it's like. Stress can really, it can make things worse.
No doubt. All right. Hey, Birdman, thanks for the call, buddy. I appreciate it. I got two thoughts there. I don't know if you ever saw the movie The Natural. They bring in that sports psychologist, and they're talking to him, and finally Roy Hobbs is like, all right, I've had enough of this. And he just walks out, and then old Wilford Brimley comes out there. The manager's like, Hobbs, where are you going? And he's like, I don't want to sit and listen to this guy. I don't have any time left in my career. It was a whole thing, but it was pretty funny. Mm-hmm. That was back in the day, but before people really were into that kind of thing or open to it. The other thing is talking about mental illness, and we've talked about it some on the show over the years. It really is it's extremely sad when somebody's caught up in a situation like that, sports or otherwise. Not to bring the show down, but like
you're fine.
Craziest, saddest story I've seen in a long time. This morning I was reading the Democrat Gazette. 80-year-old guy kills his 80-year-old wife and his 2 adult children and then killed himself. I'm guessing there was some mental issues involved in that.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, you wiped out your entire legacy in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine, man. There's some crazy stuff that goes on in this world, but that was up there.
Yeah, mental health, to tack on what he was saying, too, he talks about those things that can help these kids out. They also need to learn how to handle praise. That's what they don't pay attention to, because when they get the praise, which is great, it makes you feel good. I mean, they look at these things, everybody's saying, I'm this, I'm that. I can't be – Arkansas loves me. The fan base loves me, and they get so much affirmation and makes them feel good when they see the praise, but they need to figure out how to put that in a space of understanding. That's just somebody who doesn't know you, who likes what you're doing on the field. It has nothing to do with who you are as a person. Now, some guys kind of put their personal life out there, and fans attach themselves to that. But imagine Anthony Lucas. Would you say he's probably one of the most beloved Razorbacks of all time?
Human beings, yes.
Can't beat him, right? Imagine great career at University of Arkansas. Let's just say they get to a national championship game, and Stoerner hits him down the sideline. The guy defending him trips. He's about to walk in for a walk-off win, and right before he passes the goal line, he drops the ball, fumbles it, it goes out of bounds, game over. People would send him death threats. Mm-hmm. They would say, we hate you, you're an idiot, you're stupid, and you're all that. Then his whole career no longer matters. And I think that's why it's important for athletes to understand, like, don't listen to the hate, but you also have to filter the praise too, because if you get too much wealth or too much self-satisfaction in it, when the bad comes, it'll knock you down.
That's a very, very valid point that I've not heard many people make. That's an excellent point. I would say we should probably approach praise and criticism like Olympic judging. You should probably get the highest end and the lowest end out. So if it's real bad and unreasonable,
fair enough.
if it's way over the top, maybe let's bring it back to the mean,
Find
right?
somewhere in the middle.
That's it. Brent, welcome.
Hey, Justin.
Hi, Brent.
This is Brent. Used to be from Stuttgart. Now I've moved. I'm Brent from Searcy.
Brent from Searcy, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great. I got two things. First, Justin, I want to tell you how iconic your call was of the UCA football game. I believe I can't remember who it was against, but it was the last play.
Oh, the comeback game? Yeah, the Hail Mary? Thank you.
Yeah, that just gets my juices flowing every time I hear it. And I wanted to say welcome to the Buzz, DJ.
Oh, appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, this is who's this?
Brent from Searcy.
Brent from Searcy, formerly known Stuttgart.
That's right.
Yep, and you probably know me because you probably listened to my podcast, The Coaches in the Mouth with Jeff Williams and Bray Cook.
Oh, yeah.
Listen
I like
to
Bray.
our podcast.
Yeah, big fan of Bray.
And I've listened to your podcast with who's the gentleman on there with you?
His name is Josh Throne.
Okay, all right. But welcome to the Buzz. And DJ, I must say, you were a former Packer. I went to my first Packer game the year before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
We saw them play. Green Bay played the Raiders.
Okay.
And when I just want to go. That's the greatest experience I've ever had. I just want to go by that house that's directly across the street.
Yeah.
From the one I'm talking about, where they have all the decorations and
they have the decorations on the fence. Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And your career was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. It was fun. A lot of wins back in the day.
You'll be hearing from me a lot.
Fair enough. I'll remember. Yes, sir.
Brent, thanks, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Justin.
Lambeau, cool place, man.
Yeah.
Nothing like it. It's literally in the backyard of people's. I mean, it's nothing like it. It's unreal.
I got to go to one game there. I was working in Duluth, and I drove over, and we covered a game with it was Minnesota and Green Bay, and Favre was still the quarterback then. So
wow,
it's like 70-degree day, beautiful day, awesome, great experience.
You didn't get the real experience then.
No, I was freezing cold and awful.
Yeah, you didn't get the real experience.
How many years were you there?
I was there 3 years, and so
what was worse, that or New England for the weather?
Probably Green Bay. It was a little bit windier. I would say that. But they're not too far off from each other. The coldest game I've ever played in was in college. It was the Liberty Bowl when we played at East Carolina. That was still the coldest game to date.
People still trying to thaw from that one.
Yeah,
that was rough. Luckily,
I was there. It was
terrible. You were there. Horrible.
Luckily, it went to overtime, so that was good.
It did,
didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Wow, Alex Tejada, field goal.
They're all American, or not all American, but all conference kicker was like great. Had a terrible day.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Froze your brain that day.
It did. Don't remember.
Yeah, Matt, our buddy Matt doesn't remember that game either. I don't think he made it to the game though that day. Was that the one where he?
Yeah, that was the game.
That was the game. Yeah.
What happened with Matt?
He got in some trouble. He got suspended. You remember Matt Harris?
Oh, that Matt. Yeah. Oh, I know. Oh, I'll tell you all that story.
Matt's my boy. I love Matt. He's been on the show a bunch over the years.
I love Matt too. I play in his golf thing every year. Has he told you about that story?
He's told us some stuff, yes.
On air about that story?
And he owned it. He owned it 100%. It was 100% on him.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Jim?
Guys, listen, I hadn't had time to listen to much of the show, but when I turned the radio on, I heard the gentleman talking about mental health and how important it is. I just wanted to make sure that fans, parents especially, any students are aware that at least with the University of Arkansas, they do have mental health services. It's confidential. And if there's anybody that needs help, just go through your administration there at the university, and they'll connect you with somebody there with health services to get you the help that you might need.
Awesome.
Love
Doing
it.
big things.
Thank you, man.
I think that may have always been a thing, but then they specifically, not too long ago, Justin talked about how they are now having specific guys for the sports, those athletes as well.
Christian, am I having deja vu here?
Different one.
Okay. Other Stan, what's up?
That's actually just a made-up name because I'm a social worker, and I was going to talk about the mental health.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's good. Well, hey, a good way to not get your call in the air, Stan, is to call yourself Stan. So maybe you should go with Bob.
It was either that or 49 or John.
Oh. Well, okay, what's up, man?
So, interesting story. I run a behavioral health facility that's here in Arkansas, and, one of the guys that's with us played at a very prominent SEC school and won a Cotton Bowl, and then I think late in his sophomore or early junior year, it started to show that he suffers from schizophrenia. And, you wouldn't believe the transformation of being a top-tier Texas high school athlete to an SEC athlete to, where that person's at now. But here's kind of on the same subject but a different way. So, I'm assuming when I heard y'all talking about this stuff, it's probably related to Devo, right?
Yeah, I mean we don't know what's going on with him, but just it kind of came up in conversation.
But just a general assumption.
Yeah, sure,
So,
absolutely.
Now, as a fan and a former athlete, not as a therapist, where is with NIL and all that stuff? Where do we stand as far as hey, if you want us to give all this money and do all this and buy tickets and blah blah blah, should we maybe get a little bit more than he stepped away from the team and just a one sentence and that's it? I mean, I can kind of see both sides where, and then going back to having mental health services available. I mean, I know all universities have that available, but I also think you got to look at what kind of help you're getting because, especially in today, it's a lot of people just say, oh, you have this, well, take this twice a day and that'll help that, instead of teaching resilience and how to deal with adversity and what are the changes you need to make in your own life. And I know that's two very opposite structures that I just threw out there, but I don't know. I just had a lot of things bouncing around in my head when I heard all that.
Yeah, I appreciate the call. And I think we all understand that they've got, at the universities, they've got the help you need. I was talking about maybe, having that sort of as a regular course of action where you're going to meet with somebody on a regular basis. I don't know if it makes sense for every kid, but I got to think, to your point, because of the social media era, especially if you're in a high-profile sport like football, basketball, baseball, even at Arkansas now, softball has even become. But heck, if you're gymnastics, I mean, my gosh. We've seen the most high-profile gymnast in the world have issues, with their mental health. I mean, so
he brought up an interesting point. Let's just say if something happened in Tom Brady's day and he says, I'm not going to be on the team anymore. Robert Kraft's going to be like, why? I need you to tell me that, because I'm still paying you. You don't feel like dressing out. I need to know why, and they would feel the need and obligation to tell him why he's cutting the check. He brought up something that is interesting. The Edge is asking fans, donate to this fund so we can pay these players. Does that come with also some kind of obligation to, I would say, not make fans feel like they're left in the dark with a lot of these things that go on? I don't know. Maybe a very interesting point he brought up.
Yeah, did you pay for the ability to get all the info? I don't know. DJ, this is a great lesson in your radio career, day one.
Let's hear it.
This is the plan versus the organic nature.
All right, let's hear it.
So we had a plan that we're going to do the entertainment birthdays.
Okay.
But the organic nature of the show is it flowed into something else, so we just followed it.
Fair enough.
So then we'll do the entertainment birthdays on the other side of the break.
Okay, I like it.
It's
Let's
that
do
simple.
it. Yeah.
Christian's like, I see this a
does.
lot. And sometimes we hold our breaks too long. And sometimes
usually we do knock out entertainment birthdays. I would say 99% of the time.
I agree. Today is a special day. DJ is joining the team, and by golly, we're going to follow it where it flows, like like the River Thames. I don't know. Anyway, Thames. Is that, yeah. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. More of an Arkansas River guy anyway. Let's go to break, and I will tell you about our friends at Oaklawn. I was telling DJ a little bit ago. We gotta have a race day at some point. We'll all be down there soon, but Southwest Stakes is coming up this weekend. $800,000 up for grabs. Got a full field of 12 in there for the race this weekend, and it's a special early post time of 11:30. So mark your calendars if you're heading down there. And we're going to be doing the Oaklawn Race Day show live on Buzz 2 106.7 this weekend. We'll be live on the stream as this show is right now. In addition to the Southwest, you got the Martha Washington Stakes for 3-year-old fillies, the King Cotton Stakes for older sprinters, and the American Beauty Stakes for older female sprinters. So a huge day at Oaklawn and a great weekend to go down and spend a little time and maybe hit a table game, grab a bite to eat, check out Pop's Lounge, get some live music.
A little blackjack.
Blackjack, if that's your game. Is that your
yeah,
game?
That's my game.
Over craps?
3-card poker, too.
Okay.
Not bad.
I see you working.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much success there, but I have a lot of friends who swear by it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a lot of ways to have fun at Oaklawn, even if you don't like to wager. So, again, dining options, music options. Just go down and hang out. And obviously, the hotel is beautiful. You can book your room at oaklawn.com, although I'm guessing this weekend, pretty busy. But you can definitely stay down there soon. Check out the track. It's a great way to wake up. You open those curtains, man, look out on the track, have a cup of coffee or an espresso. It's a great way to start the day. There's no doubt. It's 12:27. Brooke, hang on. You can be in for birthday trivia. It's DJ's first ever foray into birthday trivia in the zone. So we will do that. A quick entertainment report coming up.
Back-to-back Elite Eights, and last year the Sweet 16. How far will the team make it this season? Get the scoop on Mondays on Out of Bounds when senior point guard L. Ellis gives us his take on the basketball season. L. Ellis is brought to you by Matt Black with Allstate Insurance for your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, life, renters, and landlord insurance. Are you in good hands?
This is SportsCenter.
The Super Bowl is set as the Chiefs defeated the Ravens 17-10 to advance to their fourth Super Bowl in the past 5 years. They'll face San Francisco, who beat the Lions 34-31 yesterday. The Niners clawed back from down 17 at halftime to win the game. That's the largest comeback ever in the championship round. Teams were previously 21-0 in that situation. The Niners will attempt to get revenge against the Chiefs for their 31-20 loss in Super Bowl 54 in 2020. The Super Bowl will be on Sunday, February 11th in Las Vegas. For more Kansas City content, you can listen to the Chiefs Coaches Show with Andy Reid on 106.7 Buzz 2 starting at 6. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network.
Is your Oaklawn Thoroughbred racing action so close you can feel it? Or is it the view from your trackside luxury suite? However you like it, racing season is off and running at Oaklawn with live races every weekend through May 4th. It's fun by the furlong all season long. Make your reservations today at oaklawn.com. What's your Oaklawn? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Crain Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Crain Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscrainhyundai.com.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
See Shelter agents Steve Ferguson in Little Rock, Todd Session in Morrilton, or Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rick Pennington of Lions Drug. We have great news. Generic Cialis is now available at a huge savings. We have Tadalafil, the FDA-approved generic of Cialis, in a 20-milligram tablet at a savings of up to 80%. We have the 5-milligram daily tablets for less than $3 a pill. Lions Drug continues to be your go-to pharmacy for men's health. What are you waiting for? Call us today at 844-676-2247 or go to our website at lionsdrug.com.
The Zone has a little bit of everything. Looks, DJ Williams. Confidence, DJ Williams. Athletic ability, DJ Williams. Brains, Christian Weaver. Oh, and Justin Acri is on the show, too. Now, let's get into the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio and see what the guys have for us today.
I was so high, I did not recognize.
All right, welcome back in the Zone. We're checking out Guatney going into our next break. It's 12:31. DJ Williams, day number 1. 2.5 hours. Boom, just like that, buddy.
Already?
Isn't that amazing?
Doesn't even feel like it.
Kaboom. Kaboom.
I like this business.
Yeah, it's easy. I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show up and be DJ Williams. Can you do that? You seem to be comfortable with that.
Let's make it happen.
I like it. All right, we're going to get to entertainment here real quick. Brooke's already on the horn. If you want to win tickets to go see Christian Laney Wilson.
Laney Wilson.
Let's go. 661-1037. Only need one more player. We've already got one on the line.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
As we get to know you better, DJ, we will learn these things.
Okay.
We used to give Wes a hard time because he's not a huge movie guy, but he likes movies. He was more into musicals, and, of course, his daughters are stage performers, and his wife works in that industry now as well. So they were big on live performance.
Okay.
What are you into entertainment-wise? What do you like to do from a...
I'm a big movie guy.
Okay.
Love movies, like music. I will say if I were to take a trip, I would love to go to New York and watch a Broadway show. That's my thing. I like it.
Okay.
So I'm not too far off from that.
Over the weekend at the box office, it was The Beekeeper, $7.4 million, ahead of Mean Girls at $7.3. Now, I don't know what it cost to make The Beekeeper, but I'm guessing more than $7.4 million, so hopefully they make a little more.
Yeah.
Wonka, Migration, and Anyone But You rounded up to 5. I've got to see Anyone But You. Have you seen this movie?
Beekeeper?
No, Anyone But You. It finished 5th. It's been in the top 5 for weeks.
Oh, wow.
It's a romantic comedy with Sydney Sweeney and the dude from Maverick, the blonde guy.
Oh,
Powell, I believe
yeah.
his name is.
Cliff Powell? Clint or Cliff? Glenn.
What's his
Thank
name?
you. That's right.
Hangman? He played Hangman in there?
Is that right?
I'm making that up?
We'll go with that.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's one of them.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Chris Alley, by the way, you weren't here Thursday, so...
I'm never here. I almost never work.
That's a running joke, by the way. He said he watched the trailer for Anyone But You, and it looked horrible, so he didn't want to watch it.
Huh. Well, that's his assignment for this week, so bite me, Chris Alley. Get on it. I was telling DJ some of the perks of the deal.
Yeah.
Joe Klein comes up on Wednesdays, and he brings Corky's Barbecue about...
Sometimes.
I said 3 times every 2 months.
Yeah, and if Justin's not here, he'll bring it almost every time.
Is he still in it, Corky's?
Yes,
I thought
of
he
course.
sold. Did he not? No, he's still in it. Okay.
100%. He still goes over there and cleans the smoker and stuff.
God, that guy.
I know he's a hard worker.
Yeah.
And then on Thursday, Rock and Roll Sushi comes up, and we get to eat and get...
Every Thursday we get
Every
sushi?
Thursday.
Get out of here.
Buddy.
Oh,
I'm
come
telling
on.
you.
We get to put in an order, or they just bring a spread?
Bring whatever you want.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
I know.
What a job.
Buddy, I know.
We're in it
You're
now.
like, I didn't think it could be better.
This is great.
You can wear a T-shirt and shorts to work. Like, there's all kinds of upside.
Oh, man.
I appreciate you doing the TV stuff. I really do. You do a great job. Just about every woman I know likes to tune into 4 to watch you in the morning.
Appreciate that.
Or maybe they're just
every
big-
single one?
Most of the women I know, yes.
They wake up at 4 to do that?
Yeah.
They do. I mean, that's just what kind of draw a DJ is.
They're up early.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they like Hillary too. I don't know.
Hillary's great.
Y'all do a good show. I do. I don't get up and watch TV in the morning much, but I do love y'all's morning show.
Hillary does want to come on and hang out with us, though.
She's welcome anytime.
Yeah. Big fan.
I am a big fan as well. I've always been a big fan of Hillary's. I think she's cool as can be. All right, so talking about movies, you've seen Braveheart, I assume.
Yes.
Customers at Home Depot were delighted to discover, this is the weirdest story of the year so far. Well, actually, that's not true. I've seen a lot of weird stories. This is a weird story. The home improvement store is selling a medieval sword similar to the one used in the 1990s Best Picture film.
A claymore?
What?
It's called a claymore.
The sword is?
The sword is?
Yeah.
Duh. How did I not know that?
I thought a claymore was...
They're both
okay.
claymores.
All right, yeah.
What's a claymore?
The explosive
a claymore
device.
Is like the explosive you set down, and it has the sensors in front of it.
You never heard of that?
I don't know.
No way.
I'm so dumb.
See, DJ probably played Call of Duty.
I'm about to say, yeah. I run them on Call of Duty. They're my loadout.
Reclaim your freedom from the tyrannical English king with this authentic William Wallace sword, Home Depot's description of the product says. It's a replica of the one used in the 95 film. I mean, why?
Is this at Home Depot?
I don't have any idea, Christian. It's the weirdest thing I've seen in a long time. I do not understand.
I think of Home Depot as, like a DIY stores. Like you
Yeah.
can get stuff.
Well, if overthrowing, the British government is one of the things you'd like to do yourself, apparently this is the place to go.
I'm William Wallace. And the rest of you will be spared. Go back to England and tell them there that Scotland's daughters and her sons are yours no more. Tell them Scotland is free.
Tell them Scotland's free. That's right, buddy. One sword will do it, and a little blue face paint.
Yeah. Didn't he yell freedom last scene? Am I making that up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they were splitting him apart.
Yeah.
The prisoner wishes to say a word.
Well,
The build-up.
we're waiting.
Here it comes.
That's a little over the top.
That was aggressive.
I remember.
Yeah.
Some other words that Mel Gibson's uttered over the years that got him in trouble. But anyway, Freedom was a good one. Coleman Domingo, fresh off his Oscar nomination for the civil rights activist film Rustin, is apparently now been tabbed to play Joe Jackson.
She was Joe Jackson?
No,
You talking about Michael Jackson's dad?
Patriarch of the Jackson
There we go.
family, yes. So, I'm not sure. Oh, it opens in April of next year. So, I'm sorry. Is this 24? Yeah, next year.
Yeah, I think they're getting Michael Jackson's nephew to play him or something.
Yes, Jafar.
Oh.
Newcomer Jafar Jackson, nephew to Michael, will play the King of Pop. Can't wait. And speaking of music, Tiesto. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
It's been hailed as the godfather of EDM music.
I guess.
Of what?
EDM? EDM.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I guess I shouldn't say EDM music. Sounds like it's like music's like. Oh, sorry, honey. It's the music. It's the ED music. Yeah, EDM. He's going to perform in the NFL.
Oh,
Super
I heard
Bowl's
about that.
first ever in-game DJ. Every sporting event has a DJ now. Where's the Super Bowl been? What have you been waiting on?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't listen to a lot of that kind of music, but good for him. And it's in Vegas, too, so it makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas, yes or no? You like?
Never been.
You have never been to Vegas?
Oh, yeah, here we
I'm
go.
surprised
How
by
about that? Never been.
I don't love Vegas, but I like Vegas.
No.
It's a great place to eat.
Yeah, the only time I had means to go to Vegas is when I first got to the NFL. And a couple of the buddies, they would go to Vegas, but then I would just see how much money they would spend. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want to do that.
You have the means to go to Vegas. You just
Okay.
can't go to Vegas like they go to
It
Vegas.
just sounds so expensive.
You have to go to Vegas like a normal person.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does the normal people do in Vegas?
You go see shows. You go
Okay.
eat at restaurants. You
Affordable?
gamble a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's cheap by any means, but hotels are not insane.
Okay.
And flights or whatever. I mean, I think Southwest still has that direct. Maybe they don't.
Yeah.
I think they do. And
I
then,
just got in my mind it's just a big party. I'm not a big partier anymore.
Well,
now,
yeah,
back
but
in the day, I used to.
if you like shows, like some of the shows are incredible. I've gone to see a couple of Cirque shows. They're incredible.
Okay, that's pretty trippy. That's
buddy,
wild.
they're wild.
Yeah, they're wild.
It's amazing because I keep going. Please don't fall. Please don't fall down.
It's one of those.
It's wild, dude. It's amazing. And if you love music, it's a great place to. I'd love to go to the Sphere and see you too. My buddy just
That
went.
does look cool. Yeah. that
I've had a
looks
couple
cool.
of friends that have gone to see that.
Yeah.
So
How
anyway,
was the residency run?
I don't know. They took a break and they just came back and did another show. First one of 24 this last weekend.
You think we can get it sponsored? DJ Does Vegas? Yeah. We can reach out to somebody, get that figured out.
Sounds too much like a movie from back in the 70s, but yeah, I mean we can work on that.
Fair enough.
How about Williams Goes West?
All right, fair enough.
Let's
Yeah,
try
where
that.
we're going.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Hawaii's governor proposed charging travelers checking into hotels or short-term rentals a fee when they visit, becoming the latest destination to tax tourists. That's not going to help our trip to Vegas any if we got to pay
No,
a
it's
tax
not.
too.
No, can't do that.
During his 24th State of the State address, Governor Josh Green proposed charging all tourists $25 when they arrive and check in, saying the modest fee would generate more than $68 million in revenue each year. He says, here's the part where I go,
Yeah.
says the money be used to invest in beach preservation, fire breaks, and other prevention measures.
You're not believing that.
No,
No.
buddy.
How
Sounds
much?
like
How much more a year? 68 million?
Yeah, it's going to line Big Daddy's pockets.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
think is
yeah,
going to happen.
yeah.
So, anyway, it is interesting that the guy's last name is Green because they value that kind of thing in Hawaii so much. But green money and green living. But anyway, I don't know. I don't mind, I guess. To go to a place like that, I will tell you this. You're going to fart $25 over there because it goes
Yeah.
like that. You want to talk about a place that is crazy expensive? Hawaii. Makes Vegas seem like, I mean.
Never been there either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super duper pricey. Yeah, crazy.
What's like a carton of milk over there?
I mean, it's like $8.
No.
Yeah, it's wild.
Eggs?
Yeah, I mean, because most of the stuff it's all imported.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there are some local chicken farmers, but not enough to provide for the islands.
Yep.
So, but it is so beautiful.
Makes sense.
It's just like it's like Newman said, the air is so dewy sweet. You don't have
You've
to
been?
lick the stamps. I've
You've
been a few times.
A few times. Dang. Big time.
Well, UCA luckily has played football there twice and basketball there once. And my
Okay.
grandmother, God rest her soul, thank you, Mary, took our whole crazy family over there, like 21 of us.
21?
Yeah,
What's she
back
do
in.
for a living?
Yeah, she loaded?
She was retired, and her
What
dad
did
was
she do?
retired. Well, she didn't make that. Well, she had money, but she never spent any money. Was her big thing.
Mm.
So her dad worked on the railroads, had a huge pension, so she inherited that. Then she worked her butt off like at AT&T forever, got a big pension or
Okay.
good pension, and never spent any money. So she's like, you know what? Before I die, I'm gonna take my whole family to Hawaii. We're like, cool, we'll go.
You said worked in railroad?
Her dad did.
Okay.
They worked on the railroads back then. I mean, that's my grandmother. So, like,
Okay.
this would have been my
So they were,
great-grandfather.
Like, laying the
Yeah, back in the day, dude, like way back.
Yeah, okay. Are you secretly loaded and we don't know about it?
I don't have any money at all.
Okay. 21 people to Hawaii, though, right?
Yeah, she burned a bunch before she died, and then she gave the rest to her kids.
All
so.
right, fair enough.
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't get any of it. That's cool. I had a good time. Like, she paid for the whole trip. All I had to pay, this is in 01. I was making zero money.
Yeah.
I was working at Channel 7 making squat, and all I had to pay for was my food and drinks, and most of my aunts and uncles would kind of take me under their wing knowing I was broke. Yeah. And so she paid for flights, for cars, for hotels, all of it.
What was that like?
It was amazing.
People ask me why I don't like to go on vacation because I have to pay for everything.
Yeah.
I've never been and somebody pays for it.
And it was with my whole family, and I like my whole family.
Oh.
Like, my family's cool. We had a great time.
That's nice.
Way too many Mai Tais.
Yeah.
It was a good time. That was in 01.
Okay.
Well, it was a long time ago. It was a good time, though. Anyway, birthdays? Sure, why not? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
By the way, this segment is open for sponsorship.
Ooh.
If you want to email me, Justin at 1037thebuzz.com, I can get you in touch with the right people. We only do it every single day. It's a pretty good opportunity for somebody who is wanting to advertise a business, DJ.
Got it.
Not to mention DJ Williams, Razorback legend, Mackey Award winner, is going to be doing it.
Do they get to name it if they sponsor it?
Yeah, it's like the Acme Oil birthday trivia segment, right?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brooke, you're going to be with DJ. What a thrill for you.
Let's go, Brooke.
Day number 1. It's all on you, buddy. Brooke's saying, let's go, DJ.
All right.
TK, you got Christian. Let's do it. All right, here we go. DJ, you know how this game works. By the way, today in history, Christian, you're going to love this one. This man became the third player in NBA history to score 30,000 points. DJ, do you know who it is?
How do we do this? We just...
No, this is not for... This is just a sidebar.
Oh, okay.
This is a day in history
Kareem
moment.
was the first.
Kareem?
Is it Jordan?
Kareem was not first.
Kareem wasn't.
Third person?
Was Wilt first?
Wilt first, Kareem second.
Jordan?
No.
LeBron?
No.
No.
Jordan's era. Think runners up.
I don't think Bird reached it.
Today in history, in 2000,
Jordan's era.
Karl Malone became the third player in NBA history.
We don't talk about them.
Chris, you hit.
You're not a Jazz fan over there?
No, he's not a Karl Malone.
Karl Malone guy,
as
yeah?
a human being. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
he's got a sorted past.
Yeah, he's got some weird stuff going on, right?
Speaking of sorted past,
Yeah.
Wes Moore's
Look
here.
at this guy.
Hey, don't worry, Wes. Rebecca's promised to call your show too.
Hey, it's time for a break, man. We got to hit that break at 45.
Listen,
Give me some time.
listen, bro. We don't do it like that. You're gonna get your 3 minutes at the end like John used to. Just get ready.
Times are changing.
We're gonna break you in. You can play birthday trivia if you want to. Just kidding. We gotta go. NBA center, Raptors, Grizzlies, brother, also an
Marc
NBA
Gasol.
player. Marc Gasol's right. How old is he, Christian?
Marc Gasol is 38.
No, DJ.
I'll say he is 39.
Bingo bango, DJ. You know how to play this game.
There you go.
This Hall of Fame wide receiver loves being a runner-up with the Bills. Played at Kutztown.
God, that's back when they lost 3 Super Bowls, right?
Andre Rison?
No?
No.
You're so close, though.
Yeah, I know I am.
The other Andre R. wide receiver.
Trying to get phoned in a friend. I don't know.
Andre Reed. He
Dang
is.
it.
He's 60 years old.
Wow.
Wes, does that make you feel old?
Yeah, you start thinking about it. That was the early 90s, so that was 30 years ago, and he was towards the end of his career. So,
yeah, that's back when the Cowboys were relevant. That's how old this guy is. Sorry, buddy. Too soon? This guy's got one of the greatest mustaches in Hollywood history.
Selleck?
That's exactly
Dang,
right.
so
Magnum
fast.
PI. How old's Magnum PI today, Christian?
Tom Selleck is 75.
I'll say he's 78.
He's 79. This woman is an actress. She was in The Hangover as a prostitute
Oh,
slash dancer.
Oh, what's her name?
She was in Baby on Board. She was in Bowfinger and Boogie Nights.
Yeah. I don't
She
know
was
her name.
Roller Girl.
yeah.
She owns her
I'm gonna
own
get it.
line of crackers, you might say.
She had the baby with the glasses.
Yes, she did.
What was her name?
She has her own line of crackers, you might say. Happy birthday, Heather Graham.
Graham.
54. This guy's an Olympic world diver. You don't know too many of them. 4 Olympic Games.
Greg Louganis.
Greg Louganis, Christian.
Who
Very
is
good.
this guy?
How old's
Yeah.
Greg Louganis, DJ? You're tied at 3. You're right there, buddy.
Greg Louganis is 42 years old.
He is not 42.
61.
He is 64.
I have no idea who he
Last
is.
but not least, this woman is a talk show queen, and she is one
Drew
of the
Barrymore.
handful of people who had her own show, an eponymous
Oprah
show.
Winfrey.
Oprah Winfrey. All right, how old's the billionaire today?
Oprah Winfrey is 69.
I'll say she is 77.
She's 70. And her feelings
so
are hurt.
Close. Dang. Sorry, Oprah.
Well, sorry, Brooke. TK, you're the winner. Enjoy your Lainey Wilson tickets. We're going to take a break. We come back. We'll check in with James. We'll hand it off to Wes, and we will call it a day. DJ survives. Day one in the zone.
I like it.
And Wes can tell you after 5.5 years, it ain't as easy as it looks.
Quality Outdoor Products in Alexander, your metal roofing superstore, has a brand new showroom. Take exit 126 off I-30 and visit with Cal about a new carport or metal building. 40-year colors are available at only $289 a foot. 20-year colors are $259 and Galvalume runs $249. Trim and accessories are always available. Take exit 126 in Alexander or call Cal at 501-455-0240 about a new carport, metal building, or metal roofing supplies.
Stacked Commercial Truck and Trailer has 5 service trucks available, providing you on-site service to get you back on the road. If that doesn't do it, Stacked has a new state-of-the-art 13-bay shop for service and repair on all Class A trucks, trailers, RVs, light and medium-duty commercial vehicles, tires, brakes, AC, engine repair, transmissions, differentials, and driveline repair. Stacked Commercial Truck and Trailer Repair. Get Stacked. 2 miles off 530 exit 34 in Whitehall.
RJ Hawk here with Chris Roberts from Southern Bank. And Chris, I know interest rates are high right now. That's what everybody's talking about. But if you're thinking about a project, whether it be a commercial project or you're wanting to build a house, now's the time to come talk to you about what those future plans may look like.
You know, RJ, no matter what the business environment may be, we're always there to sit down with our customers and talk about their future plans and what's going on with their businesses.
And that's one thing about Southern Bank is they're a community bank. They want to be your partner.
Partnering with our customers is a key to how we do business.
And Chris, you know, we talk about those interest rates being high, but the one good news out of that is deposit rates.
We have some great CD and checking account rates. Just give us a call and see what one of our personal bankers can do for you.
If you want more information about interest rates or those deposit rates that we just talked about, call Chris and his team today at 501-424-0900 or go online at bankwithsouthern.com. Southern Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. So I was talking to my friend Bobby the other day, and he said, is this QC Kinetics real? Like, will they really get rid of my joint pain? I said, absolutely. If you've got injuries or if you've got arthritis, just call them today for that free consultation, and they will show you exactly how your own body will heal itself. Hey everybody, it's RJ Hawk. QC Connects uses regenerative medicine that is transforming lives with innovative, non-surgical, drug-free treatments that deliver lasting results. Knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain. Do you have arthritis or maybe an old injury? Don't let this pain keep you from living your best life. QC Kinetics is a revolutionary approach that can get you long-term relief with no downtime. Make 2024 the year you reclaim your mobility. Do like many people in Central Arkansas have done. Call QC Kinetics now for that free consultation. 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440. Once again, the consultation's free at QC Kinetics.
The Zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio is back. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, let's see what Justin Acri and DJ Williams have to say on the Buzz Radio Network.
Sugar and spice. Right of the right. Never had a feeling so nice. No girl. I want to tell the world. I found me a girl. Sweeter than sweet. That's how I feel.
Jockstrap to bad beats. We were talking about in the break. Oh, my gosh. The Arkansas game, you got Kentucky by 10, and Arkansas comes down and scores some, well, relatively meaningless points in a game that was already decided, except for those who wagered on Kentucky and didn't get it at the right number. Yeesh. Anyway, that has nothing to do with Wes, but he's here. It's good to see him. He's now without a bounds. It was so weird today, and I knew it was coming, but, you know, Christian redid the open, and it's like, with Justin Acri and DJ Williams, and I was like, that is so weird.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Gwatney Chevrolet is something that we are used to talking about, and that is a standby, a staple here in the zone. I don't know how long we've been working with them, but a long, long time. And before you ask again, yes, they have sponsored Devo. No, I do not know if he's going to be on Thursday or not. But stay tuned. We'll all find out together,
Can't
won't we?
wait.
I hope he's on. I really do. I'd like for him to be able to, as DJ pointed out earlier, whether you want to say clear the air, set the record straight, come out with whatever he's got to say. I mean, and maybe he'll be like, hey, I just needed a week. I'm going back, baby.
Oh, don't work like that. It better not work
It
like
did
that.
before.
I
But this
can't
could be a completely different
Fair
circumstance.
enough. Yep.
Wes may have some insight, too, so listen to Out of Bounds. But anyway, our friends at Gwatney Chevrolet, I got some insight on them. You want a great car deal from some great people, you go out there. It's real simple. Picture yourself in a comfortable and stylish 24 Equinox. For a limited time, you can get it right around $23,000. That's $23,000 to you and me. And when you trade it, a qualifying vehicle, you know you're going to get a great deal. So, again, they always take care of you on your trade. Same thing if you want a Silverado. The 24s, you can get them for under $48,000 with a qualifying trade-in at Gwatney. So all you got to do is make the trip. Go to their website, GwatneyChevrolet.com. You can find out more about what they have to offer, new and pre-owned. And, for those who, again, got stuck at home because you didn't have a four-wheel drive, maybe you want to go ahead and snatch one up now. They've got options for you at Gwatney Chevrolet. And I encourage you to go by and see them or check out the website. And if you need them for service, also highly recommend from personal experience. Wes Moore here now, Gwatney Chevrolet customer and promoter as well. What do you say there, boss? What's the
Man,
word?
what a day. What a day.
What a weekend.
It was so strange this morning driving into the TV station and listening to you guys do the teas.
Different,
and
right?
Do the show. It was just like, normally, I'm like, I got to hit this light. I got to pull in the parking lot. I got to get there. And I was just cruising on into the TV station. And, yeah, it's odd. It's odd, but I think it's going to be great for both shows.
Yeah.
I looked for you at the gym this morning. I thought, hey, is that not bad?
I was there. I was there.
Not when I was there.
Oh, no.
No, I got there at like 7:30.
What'd you hit today?
I did arms and back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you
and
one
shoulders.
of those guys? You do one specific thing?
I
a
do
day?
arms, back, and shoulders, and I do chest and triceps one day. And
No
then
cardio?
I do cardio every day.
Okay.
And then I do legs once a week, but I try to do it twice, but I never do it
understand.
twice. I want to do it twice. I need to do it.
Yeah.
It's weird. It doesn't matter what the workout is. The only day that hurts the next day is legs.
Legs day. Yeah.
Why is that?
That's a great. You're probably not hitting them enough.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
that's
makes
what
sense.
it is. Yes. You got to hit them more.
That's
Got to get in the hole too.
I'm gonna get over to. I'm gonna go to DJ's garage. That's what you should be.
You don't
now, that'd
want-
be a YouTube.
You don't want that.
No.
You don't want it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you would love to try it, it'd be awesome. Yeah. Come on out.
I would like to do half of a workout.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Yeah. Fair enough.
With very low weights.
Yeah.
I am an old man. I'm gonna be 50 in a couple months, buddy. You gotta take it easy on me. You break me.
Yeah.
You know.
You
So,
eating good?
in the neighborhood? Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Always.
Yeah.
I'm a good cook, so I ate pretty good today.
You cook?
I cook. You
Wes,
cook?
you look like you cook.
He grills.
Grill.
Okay. No, I love to cook.
I cook
Big
and I
cook.
grill and I smoke.
Yeah.
I cook breakfast.
Meat, not weed.
Okay.
I love cooking breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite meal to cook?
No, steaks are favorite
Okay, that's
meal
you,
to
huh?
cook. Yeah.
You? What's your favorite go-to?
I love breakfast foods, but I've been on a real Italian kick lately.
Let's
I
go.
like making the pasta from scratch, and it's real deal.
Okay.
Real deal. Yeah.
All right.
I'll make you some. You're an Italian. You like Italian food,
That's
right?
my jam.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my go-to.
I'll make you a chicken fettuccine Alfredo, second to none.
You guys are going to hit it off.
Oh, this is gonna be
That's
great.
Perfect.
I got you.
Did we just become best
Yeah,
friends?
this is it.
Sorry, Wes. It was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I like your steak, but come on, man. So what are y'all doing today?
Man, of course, we're going to just hammer the AFC and NFC games. Babel Offenberg's going to come on at 2:10 today to give us his thoughts on, was it a team taking it and winning it, or did the other teams lose it? That's our question of the day.
We asked that. Yeah.
Our
you
question
really?
was, did the best teams win the two games? That's hilarious. We were
Yeah.
thinking the same way.
No, it was our the way we phrased it, were the Chiefs and 49ers impressive, or did the Ravens and Lions blow it? And
I'm with
I
you.
think you can argue it either way.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens' game plan was terrible, and they also played sloppy. They had 3 turnovers. You're not going to beat a good team like that. Yeah.
Penalties.
The penalties, stupid penalties
Yeah.
too.
The worst time.
Yeah, just losing their head in
Yeah.
a game so important.
Yeah.
It was just uncharacteristic, I thought, of a team, a good team.
Yeah.
Good teams don't do that.
Yeah. You got to do way better than that.
Did
Makes
you
no
have-
sense.
Did you have an issue with Detroit outside of the 4th down calls?
No. The fumble was kind of a fluke thing where the running back, quarterback were on the same page. Bad handoff, never had it and fumbled it.
Do you accept the fact that that's how they do things as their 4th down defense?
Yeah, but even Coach Kevin Kelly,
Yeah.
who never punts,
Did he say you should
always
have
goes
kicked
for
it?
it on 4th downs. No, you got to kick that to
Okay.
take a 3-possession lead late in the game. You have to. That makes zero sense. And their kicker is reliable enough.
I'm about to say, how well is their kicker? That would have been, a 50-yarder?
No, it was inside 50. That one was.
Okay.
That was the 30-yard line one, right? So it would have been like 47.
So, I mean, yeah, you take that and go up 27-7.
Yeah.
It just – or was that right?
I'll tell you what.
Are you talking about first half?
Or maybe – no, it was late in the game.
Oh, wow.
Here's my thing. If you want to be hyper-aggressive, go for the touchdown at the end of the first half. That absolutely buries them. Instead, he settled for the field goal.
Yeah.
I mean, you're inside the 5.
Be consistent.
Yeah, be the guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're going for 2
doing?
on that.
Yeah.
Back in the day. So anyway,
also coming up, Aaron Torres is going to join us to talk about Arkansas, Kentucky, and see if he saw any glimmer of hope from the Razorbacks Saturday. It was, I think, a much better game and effort from the Razorbacks. Chris Turnage is joining us from Fort Worth. He's at the NFL Players Association game, so we'll get some insight on some of the Razorbacks, some of the Arkansas kids down there at that game, and get his thoughts on the championship game. And Joe Klein is coming in. He's going to start coming in on Mondays.
Okay.
Since that'll break everything up on Wednesday and Thursday. He does the other shows, but he wants to come up on Mondays, hang out, talk SEC basketball.
As long as he doesn't feed you guys and saves it all for us, it's fine. I guess he's just waiting for me to take off again.
It was weird taking my time eating lunch today.
Yeah,
wow.
I did not have to speed eat.
Oh, nice.
Didn't you already do that?
That's true. Wes usually starts at the beginning of the. He starts at the beginning of the 11.
Do that?
Yeah, he starts at the beginning of the 11 o'clock break, and he would finish about 11:25. But hey, that's cool. Whatever.
Do what you got to do.
It's a whole new world, buddy. Whole new era.
It is.
You look happy. You look very happy.
I went into work and got 2.5 hours of work done. It was incredible. Nobody's there.
Did you hear that, KRK? Did you hear that, Fox 16? These guys are getting it done.
Getting it done. Hey, I'm getting an espresso machine for the office, too.
Nice.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
DJ, great first day.
It's fun, man. Thank you.
Great job, Christian. Thanks, guys. Stick around. Out of Bounds coming up next. The all-new Out of Bounds.
Brandon Moving and Storage has served Central Arkansas since 1965 and continues to provide professional service, local reliability, and community investment. We provide residential and commercial moves, local, national, and international service, commercial